My peopleizations. I'm sorry I'm late today, my peopleizations. Sorry I'm late, but what's good? Tomorrow we'll be back on the computer. We'll be back regular format. Things will be different tomorrow. With that said, we're gonna get into a few things today. Obviously, we all know the big news is that Oscar Valdez reportedly tested positive for a banned substance. Marvin Gibson, Will Smith, what's going on? BK Don 718. Tank Davis, the Mexican, what's going on, great brother? Houston, Texas 056. Bert, what's going on? So, Mr. Blue, what's going on? So we got some huge news. King Jr., what's going on? Pat Cannon, what's going on? And I'm seeing people, D-Stacks TV, Robin Montgomery, what's going on? I'm seeing people give Oscar Valdez the benefit of the doubt. Wonder why? Jose Diaz, what's going on? Immediately, I'm seeing Kenneth Pinkney, what's going on? Anton Howard, what's going on? I'm seeing Victor Naives, what's going on? Terrell Brooks, Resilient Boxing, David Carlton, what's going on? Jay Lynn, Peace Bless Queen, how you doing today? Sorry I'm late today. Vade TV, what's going on? So I'm seeing people, we got 150 people, let's get 150 likes. Via Ferrero, what's going on? So I'm seeing people already giving Oscar Valdez the benefit of the doubt. Chappelle Show 56, Tremendous, the great one, what's going on? Right? And Creme de la Creme. I don't know how to say your name, great brother, because I can't read Chinese. I don't know what writing that is. John Moore, Chris Norwood, Frankie C31, Tariq Reed, Emeralde Roman. What's going on? Macados and Mac of the South. Rico Forster, Corey Bliss, Tani Marie, Peace Bless Queen. How you doing today? Demetrius Bright, what's going on? We got 175 people. We should have 175 likes. The likes need to stay on par. As soon as you come in, Uyapo and Puccin, Joe Lynch, Paul Ruffin, Mike Larry, what's going on? It needs to stay on par. So, then Baby Quan Quan, what's going on? We know the numbers came out for Josh Epstein, G5_Gabe, my brother. Go subscribe to my brother G5_Gabe. Drake Gabe, drop the link in the chat so everybody can subscribe to your channel. So, Kashif Dixon, Marlon Primos, Jesus Chris Follow, what's going on? So then we got the news that Manny Pacquiao, your Dana Sugas did 250,000 pay-per-views. Henry King, Zeke Young, Hampton Ski 9, what's going on? So we got the news that it did 250,000 pay-per-view buys. So we know Errol Spence, Jimmy Tate, what's going on, accounts for 300 pay-per-view buys. The Jesus GQ, let me rent you up. Colin Walters, what's going on, great brother? Mike G, my brother. Jimmy Tate, Unknown. Quincy Carter, what's going on? 250,000 pay-per-view buys. Errol Spence accounts for himself. He accounts for 300,000 pay-per-view buys, at the least, right? At the least, he's going to account for 300,000, right? Cayetano Vargas, what's going on? My brother Emmanuel H in the building in the super chat, kicking in the door today. Salute, Blue Kings and Queens in the chat, wishing everyone great health and fortune. Let's turn up. Hashtag for us. Hashtag we great. That's a fact. Benjamin Harrington, what's going on? PJ Best, Jose Diaz, Cinque the Goat, Barry Connor, Robert Rich, what's going on? Mike G, what's going on? Keon Cobb, Sistrong TV, Jay Isom, my brother, what's going on, great brother? What's going on, great brother? Jordan in the building, what's going on, great brother? Yes, sir, we getting ready to go all the way in. Robert Gonzalez, what's going on? Peace be free. Leo Vince Smoke, what's going on? Timothy Friend, what's going on? So here's the thing. We know Errol Spence, he accounts for at least 300,000 pay-per-view buys by himself, right? Number 3, what's going on? And the reason I say this, and I can say this, is the proof is in the pudding, right? Now, he did 350,000 pay-per-view buys with Mikey Garcia. Everybody said it was Mikey Garcia. Well, Mikey Garcia carried the card. Okay. Then he fought a guy who's unknown. Shining Light, what's going on? Fifth Ward Mogul, what's going on? Then he fights a guy who's relatively unknown to the casual boxing world, right? That being Sean Porter. Nobody thought Sean Porter was a big draw. Nobody thought Sean Porter is a pay-per-view star. Nobody confused him with that, right? He does 325,000 pay-per-view buys with Sean Porter. Now, get this, right? Right? Now, get this. MJ's Total Health and Wellness, what's going on? C Black, what's going on? Brandon Hill Senior, what's going on? Ladarius Finley, what's going on? So now get this. Jaquan Pickett, what's going on? That means that Mikey Garcia only accounted for 25,000 pay-per-view buys. What are you talking about, Blue? No, that's not true. Mikey Garcia is the big draw. Giovanni Walker, what's going on? Number 3, Fly High 89, Ches 313, what's going on? If he did 325,000 pay-per-views in LA, not in Texas, Sinkobi Masibi, salute to South Africa. If he did 325,000 pay-per-views in LA with Sean Porter, not in Dallas, not in Houston, not in Texas, not in New York. Ryan Nobley Barfield, what's going on? Robert Rich, what's going on? In LA. Talib Cunningham, what's going on? In LA. Well, guess what? The Mexican fan base didn't account for the pay-per-view buys. Jake Paul, what's going on? It didn't account for the pay-per-view buys because he fought another black fighter. James, what's going on? And a relatively unknown black fighter to the casual boxing world, right? Nobody thought that Sean Porter, nobody confused Sean Porter with being a pay-per-view star. G-Code, Squeezy 1337, what's going on, right? So that means him being at home, Errol Spence being at home, Emmanuel Palmer, what's going on? Errol Spence being at home and fighting Mikey Garcia with the Mexican fan base only accounted for 25,000 pay-per-view buys. So that means he sold the pay-per-views because he did 3.25 with Sean Porter. Then coming off a 14-month layoff, he does 320 with Danny Garcia. So Ray Kirkland, what's going on? He's good for 300,000 pay-per-views. Y'all ain't hearing me. He's good for rolling out the bed and giving you 300,000 pay-per-views. In today's climate, now we have to understand, Naughty Crash, what's going on? We have to take into consideration, Leo said it, what's going on? Today's climate is not before. Manson HK, you want to ride this train today? Robert Rich, what's going on? You want to ride this train today? Because I got time. You want to disagree again? You said I'm tripping on Mikey. How am I tripping on Mikey? CJ Harper, what's going on? Robert Rich, what's going on? DeHaven Alexander, what's going on? You want to ride this train today? So come on, let's do it. Adrian Vett, what's going on? You want to ride this train today? What code? Oh. So go ahead. You want to ride this train? I got time. Let's do it. You said you stay hating on this brother. What are you talking about? I'm talking about Errol Spence and his pay-per-view numbers, and you come here talking about I stay disliking on the race. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do none of that. I'm going to make an example out of him. Don't time him. Don't block him out. Don't do nothing. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? I just said that Errol Spence with Sean Porter and Danny Garcia did the same exact numbers he did with Mikey Garcia. So you came back and said, I'm stayed disliking on the race. What are you talking about? Please explain that. Explain that. I need you to explain. Come to the front of the congregation and explain. Ellis, a.k.a. Tags, what's going on, great brother? What are you talking about? Tariq Reed, what's going on? Victor Naiz, what's going on? You only credit Mikey for 20. Okay, because counting is not your strong point. If he did 325,000, now watch this. What did race have to do with anything I just said? It's called paying attention. I know it says pay attention, but it's actually free. So now listen to this. If he did 350,000 pay-per-views with Mikey Garcia, and then in Dallas, in Texas, and he did 325,000 pay-per-views with Sean Porter, what was the difference? What did Errol Spence is the common denominator, right? He's the guy that fought Mikey and Sean Porter. If he did 350,000 with Mikey Garcia and he did 325,000 with Sean Porter, then what was the difference, brother? Now, tell me what was the difference. What did Mikey Garcia make up? What was the difference Mikey Garcia made up from Sean Porter and Mikey Garcia? Go ahead, tell us. Tell us what the difference was. I'm sure you can count. What was the difference? He said, I'm from Houston where we rock with the Charlos. What do the Charlos have to do with what I'm talking about and what you just said? What did Jamel and Jamal Charlo have to do? You see how they try to move the goalposts when they have nothing to say? He talking about now I'm from Houston and I rock with the Charlos. What are you talking about? Answer the question. If he did 350,000 pay-per-views with Mikey Garcia and he did 325,000 pay-per-views with Sean Porter, what was the difference that Mikey Garcia brought to the table? Answer the question. What was the difference that Mikey Garcia accounted for? What did he account for? Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead, brother. Tell us. Tell us what the difference was. Mikey Garcia made up the difference. Because you came here talking about, man, this brother stayed talk. You dislike it on race. What did race have to do with it? Go ahead and tell us. Tell us what was the difference. What the difference was to Mikey Garcia. He's Mexican where we support our fighters. Brother, listen, I'm going to block you in a second. I'm trying to give you an opportunity. I'm going to block you in a second. Breezy Cool, what's going on? You just said that Mikey Garcia accounted for more than 25,000 pay-per-views. So I just gave you an example. The common denominator is Errol Spence. He fought Mikey Garcia. He fought Sean Porter. He did 350,000 pay-per-views with Mikey Garcia, 325 with Sean Porter. So what was the difference? What did Mikey Garcia make up for the difference that Mikey Garcia made up for? And he did that in Dallas. So go ahead and tell us what was the difference. You just said Mikey Garcia made up the difference. Like Canelo got 70K by his people not to... Brother, and you got one more time not to answer the question, and I'm going to block you. Now, I'm going to block you. And when I block you, that means you can't come back. John Legene, what's going on? That means you can't come back. So I'm asking you a question, right? See, everybody else can time you out. I'm going to full out block you in a second. WCPB, a.k.a. Brandon, what's going on? Because you came here talking about race, and I wasn't talking about that. So now I'm asking you a question. One last time. Answer the question. You said that Mikey Garcia accounted for more than 25,000 pay-per-views, right? So now I'm going to ask you again. I said that the common denominator here is Errol Spence. He is the common denominator. He was in the fight. Geo James Khalil 98, what's going on? He was in the fight with Mikey Garcia, did 350,000. He fought against a Sean Porter, did 300 and a quarter, right? And so get him out of here. Now I don't want to see you. Now, goodbye. Goodbye, bro. Oh man, I just gave this dude a wrench. I tried to give you an opportunity, bro. Now you gotta go. Goodbye. Now you gotta go. Now you gotta go. Goodbye. Bozo. Bozo. Carlos Malagon, what's going on? Now you gotta go all together. Now you gotta go all together. I tried to give you an opportunity, bro. You still coming back, bro. You don't like this race, bro. Goodbye. Now you got to go all together. Now you're gonna watch from afar because you're gonna watch every day. Now you're gonna watch every day. So I gave you the opportunity to interact. We having a discussion, but you keep talking about race. So goodbye. Now you got to go. Now you got to go. Got you, little Scrappy. Now you got to go. Phil J508, what's going on? I tried to give you the opportunity. Goodbye. Goodbye. Silly. Yeah, Ty in the sky. Peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? Silly. I gave him the opportunity. He tried to come here. No, see, he's the one. Miss Kibble, what's going on? KF Harris, what's going on? Peace and blessing, Miss Kibble. Ronald Alexander, what's going on? See, he came here talking about, man, you talking about race. You trying to downplay the race, but Mikey Garcia is worth more than 25,000 pay-per-view buys. So show me. I didn't talk nothing about race. I'm talking about the actual numbers, the receipts. Show me the receipts. You can't show me the receipts, so you stomach here. Oh, I'm from Houston, man. We support the Charlos. What that got to do with the Charlos? I'm not talking about the Charlo brothers. I'm not discussing their numbers. None of that. I'm talking about who's the biggest star, period. What did Jamal and Jamel Charlo have to do with this conversation? Nothing. Smash the like button, man. We got 450 people. We should have 450 likes. Smash the like button. You can't make this stuff up. You can't. You can't make this stuff up. I didn't say, I'm talking strictly numbers. You came here talking about, oh man, you talking about this, man. You did not giving Mikey Garcia credit for the. What are you talking about? I'm giving him credit for what he did. You want me to over give him credit? Nitty G, what's going on? Great brother. You want me to over give him credit? Kevin Faulkner, what's going on? I said the proof is in the pudding. What pay-per-views you want? Everybody want to act. Let me ask y'all a question, because everybody love to ask to do this, right? Man, the gloves is off. Everybody loves to do this. Everybody love to say Errol Spence is a pay-per-view. He only did that because of Mikey Garcia. Let me ask y'all a question. What pay-per-view did Mikey Garcia sell big numbers before Errol Spence fight? I'll wait. And what pay-per-views did he do after Errol Spence fight? What pay-per-views did Mikey Garcia do before Errol Spence and after Errol Spence? That guy George, what's going on? What pay-per-views? Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me what major pay-per-views he did before Errol Spence and after Errol Spence. I'll wait. TJ Boston Sports, what's going on? Somebody tell me that. Tell me. Tell me. Because everybody loved to say that. Man, Mikey Garcia, he's the one that sells the pay. Somebody tell me. Somebody tell me what pay-per-views did he did before Errol Spence and which ones he did after Errol Spence. Where is he and what pay-per-views has he done? If you a pay-per-view draw, win, lose, or draw, you're going to be on pay-per-view. Robert Rich, what's going on? Right? You gonna do, if you're a pay-per-view draw, you're gonna be a pay-per-view. How many times has Adrian Broner been on pay-per-view? Carl Brown, my brother in Super Chat. Salute, big bro, Blue, and the chat family. Salute to my brother Carl Brown. How many pay-per-views did Adrian Broner do? Adrian Broner has done multiple pay-per-views. Win, lose, or draw, right? 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 Win, lose, or draw. Adrian Broner does pay-per-views. Smash the like button. We got 500 people. We should have 500 likes. Right? So, win, lose, or draw, he's on pay-per-view. How come Mikey Garcia only was on pay-per-view when he fought Errol Spence? And he was never on pay-per-view after he fought Errol Spence? Somebody explain that to me. Where was the big, mega, massive pay-per-view numbers as fights that he was doing before Errol Spence? Because people love to act like Mikey Garcia brought everything to the table. So where was the pay-per-view that he did? I'm confused. Where do they get this stuff from? Abdul Anwar, what's going on? Idol Perez, what's going on? D. Hodges, what's going on? Pagwell, what's going on? Where do they get these fictitious numbers that Mikey Garcia is this mega, massive pay-per-view star? Where do they get this from? Charles Bell, what's going on? I'm confused. Loving Now Gaither, what's going on? Grail Sobelli, what's going on? Yes, I was there. Ringside at Mikey Garcia, Errol Spence fight. Yes, I was there. TDLC, what's going on? Darnell Schaefer, what's going on? Moto 1100, what's going on? Solar Power, what's going on? I was there, ringside the fight, and watch Mikey Garcia lose every single fight. Kevin Faulkner, what's going on? Juan Lopez, what's going on? After he said he saw something in Errol Spence. J Real 504 Music, what's going on? Mario Campos, what's going on? I'm just saying. So who was majority fan? It was split. Groundhog Sports Nation, what's going on? As many Mikey Garcia fans with shirts on, you saw Errol Spence first. Abraham Madrano, what's going on? CC30T Dub, what's going on? And if somebody tell you otherwise, they're making up stories. Angel Torres, what's going on? They make up stories. If somebody tell you, oh, well, it was overwhelmingly, they're making up stories. My biased opinion, what's going on? Jay Gadget, what's going on? It's just as many Errol Spence, if not more, Errol Spence fans there. Man Down shirts, the Truth shirts, all of that. Everywhere you looked. Frederick Lackey, what's going on? Tone Capone 1, what's going on? And so you got to take into consideration the time and the climate that people have the opportunity to stream these fights. It's not like before. It's completely different time when you can stream these fights. Keith Sims, what's going on? Groundhog Sports Nation, what's going on? You got so many people that stream fights without paying for them. Today's time, it's not even funny. My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Get the likes all the way up. Get the likes up. Get the likes to 500. Manuel, Canelo all the way. Manuel, Hosa, what's going on? Battle Raffle, what's going on? Now you Rifle, what's going on? Now you bet you saying that based off the numbers? Because see, we deal with facts over feelings over here. So Canelo Alvarez, I'm asking the question. Canelo Alvarez has a fight coming up November that's going to be on pay-per-view. The Truth, what's going on? It's Too Stiff Rich, what's going on? He has a fight coming up in November. It's going to be on pay-per-view. So we're going to find out. Julian Barvell, what's going on? No inflated numbers, none of that. Matt Howell, what's going on? Right? We're going to get real Super Mac time, what's going on? We're going to have real numbers come out in November. In November. So we know the fight, Errol Spence has generated more money in the live gate and revenue at the fight than Canelo Alvarez. He came in number 1, Canelo came in 2. I am Lori Baby, Peace Bus Queen. How you doing today? He came in number 1, Canelo came in 2. Dwayne Jones, what's going on? Alex Rodriguez, what's going on? Diggy Gone, what's going on? Right? So, Von Dollar, what's going on? So, in November, we're going to find out the numbers. Because like I told you, it's a different climate. People are streaming fights. People are finding ways to watch fights like never before without having to actually pay for the fights. So those times where you got numbers that was 1.1 million, that's not going to happen. Floyd Mayweather barely climbed over 1 million, right? So those times are not going to happen no more. If it do, kudos. But it's very hard to do that today's time when you have so many people streaming these fights. But when you get, man, I'm about to stop, man. I'm about to stop. We got 550 people and we don't even have 350 likes. I'm about to stop, man. So we got 200 people just moonlighting, not supporting the channel, not donating to the channel, not smashing the like button. What are we doing? I could jump on my bike before we get this rain and peel out. But I'm giving y'all this news. I'm in a car, Glenn, because my laptop was going, then Money in the Ghetto, what's going on? Now my wife is trying to clean, so I didn't want to interrupt her. She's doing some working and cleaning, so I didn't want to interrupt her. But tomorrow we'll be back on. SK Level, what's going on? Mr. Tally 140, what's going on? Emmanuel Pettigrew, what's going on? Jay, what's going on? I'm going to talk about Valdez in a little while. After y'all get them likes up. Support the channel, support the grind. Smash the like button. Get it all the way up. Will Latimer, what's going on? We getting ready to have a rainstorm. My neighbor's out here watering her grass. Amazing. Smash the like button, people. Roy Russell, what's going on? King Israel, Angel Torres, Lester Duvall, 89 Skeezy. Yeah, she be doing the most. The streamer, what's going on? She be doing the most. Man, yeah, we got a minute to get the likes up to 500, man. Get the likes all the way up. Support the channel, support the grind. She out here watering her grass. She Jamaican. They ain't gonna send out the notifications. Y'all don't want to smash the like button. Support the channel, support the grind, man. It's free. He tweeted about it. He tweeted about what? Arthur Hawkins, what's going on? Terrell Grace 04, my brother, what's going on? Jesse R, my brother in the super chat. He said, salute, Blue, salute to you, great brother. I appreciate you. Yeah, brothers, nobody, they don't want to donate to the channel. Then they don't want to hit the like button. They just want to come watch for free, man. Wig Work 101, what's going on? My brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. Go subscribe to my brother Keon, Everything Boxing and Sports. My brother Keon said they came to see Mikey Garcia because he was fighting Errol Spence. Them same fans didn't go see Mikey Garcia against nobody else. Errol Spence fans come out for him regardless of the opponent. That's a fact. Sean McNee, what's going on? Deontay Mosley, belly of the bison, what's going on? That's a fact, great brother. Facts. So people just be saying stuff. Paul Ruffin, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Grind support. Appreciate you, great brother. Much love to my brother Paul Ruffin in the Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Percy Moore, brother in the Super Chat. Salute, King. How's Kurt? You know something? I need Blaxican. What's going on? I didn't even hit him up today, man. I gotta hit him up. Dondrell Richardson, what's going on? The Truth, what's going on? So the thing is, right? Get the likes to 500, man. Smash the like button. Sherman Callahan, what's going on? Demetrius Hall, what's going on? So, they ain't gonna send out my notifications. They messing with the channel. They messing with the platform, and y'all don't want to support it. Marcus Gunn, what's going on? So yeah, Errol Spence fans come out. Just like nobody said Sean Porter it was gonna flop. Sean Porter's not a draw. After the fight with Sean Porter and Errol Spence, miraculously everybody's acting like, oh, Sean, hey, that fight did that because Sean Porter's a draw. No, come on, man. We'll say anything not to give Errol Spence his credit. PMD 530, what's going on? Pop 375, what's going on? Harry Jones Jr., what's going on? We'll say everything, anything not to give Errol Spence credit for what he's doing. Why? See, unlike Canelo Alvarez, now I'm going to keep it 100 because we deal with facts over feelings. Unlike Canelo Alvarez, KB, what's going on? Canelo Alvarez was directly past the baton, right? This is facts. Daniel Salaz, what's going on? We're going to deal with facts over feelings. Canelo Alvarez was past the baton directly. Super Bros X, what's going on? Right? Listen to Super Bro X. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do none of that. Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do none of that. Don't time him out. Big General, Cuarto Loso, what's going on? Don't time him out. Don't block him. Don't do none of that. So now, let's look at it from this standpoint. Canelo Alvarez was directly past the baton, right? Anwar Willis, what's going on? He mad because he don't even know Errol Spence. But see, this is the thing, right? Let me get, you come here talking about, man, get off Errol Spence and this, and this, right? It's amazing because you'll be the person that see Errol Spence somewhere talking about, oh, man, there go the Truth, man. There go the Truth. Let me take a picture. Yo, Truth, can I take a picture with him? That's you. Everybody that come here acting like, man, get off it, man, do it. That's your personality. Says you'll be that person that when you see Errol Spence out, oh, can I take a picture with you? Hey, man, there go the Truth, man. There go the Truth. Hey, and somebody with you that don't know boxing, hey, who's that? Oh, that's the Truth, man. That's Errol Spence, man. He the best boxer in the world. That's who you be. Carl Brown, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. My #1 pound for pound fighter, Errol the Truth Spence Jr., a.k.a. Mr. Man Down, hashtag strap season. Salute to my brother Carl Brown in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. See, you can always tell those types of personalities, right? Man, get up. Because, see, they the ones that truly be starstruck. They go out and they see Earl. Oh, snap. They go, Earl, yo. Oh, man. Hey, they'll go so hard. Oh, my phone dying. Can I use yours? And you send it to me? I'm going to take a picture. Can you use yours? Then they have it up all on the gram. On the gram, on Twitter, everywhere. See me grow. What's going on? Richard Jefferson, what's going on? But because you got to think about this, right? Ask yourself this question. For me, for October? Yeah. Yeah, that's how they be, Superman time. So here's the thing, right? You got to ask yourself this question, right? Why would you say such a thing? Jelly Bean 4280, what's going on? You ever heard me tell somebody, hey man, you just a Canelo, you just this, man, you just that. If you like Canelo Alvarez, you like Canelo Alvarez. John Doe, what's going on? That guy Slick, what's going on? If you like Canelo Alvarez, you just like Canelo Alvarez. Hey Jackman, what's going on? Now listen to this. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. A. Jackman. So he says, now watch this now. Let's see now, A. Jackman. Let's see if you're a man of your word. You just said A. Jackman, but the question is, who's a bigger superstar? It's Canelo. Tank might even be bigger superstar than Errol Spence. Good. I'm glad you said that, A. Jackman. Don't time out nobody, don't block nobody, don't do any of that. So A. Jackman, who did the bigger numbers this year? Go ahead, tell us. In order. Men lie, women lie, numbers don't lie. In order. Receipts tell the truth. So A. Jackman, who did the biggest numbers this year? Go ahead. Tell us. Tank has done the bigger numbers. Tank has done the bigger pay-per-view numbers. Wow. That's amazing, because Tank didn't even do bigger pay-per-view numbers than Ugas and Manny Pacquiao. Did you know that? See, we deal with facts over feelings. Canelo had the highest attendance. Who generated the most money? How could you say in 2021 when Errol Spence didn't even fight in 2021 yet? How could you say in 2021 when Errol Spence didn't fight in 2021 yet? He got injured. So, of course, right now, Canelo did bigger numbers, right? Because Errol Spence didn't fight in 2021. When they both fought in the same year, who did the bigger numbers? And Gervonta Tank Davis didn't come close to doing bigger pay-per-views than Errol Spence. Did you know that? We dealing with facts over feelings. Errol Spence came in at number 1, Canelo came in at number 2, and Tank came in at number 3. Canard Williams, what's going on? Did you know that? They both did 200,000. Who did 200,000, brother? A. Jackman, who did 200,000? Who did 200,000? You said they both did 200,000. Who both did 200,000? Who both did 200,000? Spence and who? Spence ain't never did 200,000, brother. You can't. See, that's what I'm talking about. When did Spence do 200,000 pay-per-views, brother? His lowest pay-per-view was 320,000 with Danny Garcia. So when he did 200,000, 704 Joe, what's going on? Enlighten me. Jabari Braff, what's going on? Chantel Hill, what's going on? Y'all be coming here dealing with emotion. When did he do 200,000 pay-per-views? When? Where are you pulling your numbers from? Don't ask me where I'm getting my numbers from. Where you getting yours from? Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat. Got to do your research before you challenge Blue. Salute, Blue Blood. Salute to you, great brother, Quincy Carter. Where you getting your numbers from? You're the only one yelling. Brother, I'm the only one talking. I can't hear nothing you saying. Sick May, you said Canelo got 30 to 40 million. First of all, he didn't get 30 to 40 million. That's exaggerated. You either get 30 or you got 40. He didn't get 30 to 40 million. That's a $10 million gap. He either got 30 or he got 40. He got 32, right? And here's the thing. Again, he was directly passed the baton by yours truly. The one y'all don't like. Directly passed him the baton, put him on his co-main event multiple times in pay-per-view, and then gave him the biggest fight of his career, that being Floyd Mayweather. Now, do y'all give Floyd Mayweather his credit? Be the God, what's going on? Have y'all given Floyd Mayweather his just due and his credit? Because y'all be the ones come here. So was the athletic? I don't know what the athletic told you, brother. But Errol Spence did 350,000 pay-per-views with Mikey Garcia. Then he did 325,000 with Sean Porter. Then he did 315 and 320,000 with Danny Garcia. So when did he do 200,000? No, that was Gervonta Tank Davis. Jimmy Bernard, my brother, what's going on? Gervonta Tank Davis did 200,000. Hey Jackman, I didn't ask you. See, you're trying to walk me around the block. Now I'm gonna ask you direct. Let's deal with facts over feelings. I'm asking you a direct question. Do you give Floyd Mayweather his credit for passing the baton to Canelo Alvarez and putting him on that big stage for the fighter that you see today? Because Errol Spence didn't have that luxury, brother. Now, would you admit that? Errol Spence didn't have the luxury of Floyd Mayweather putting him in the spotlight like he did Canelo Alvarez. What pay-per-views did Canelo Alvarez do? What big numbers was he doing, right, before he got with Floyd Mayweather? So his numbers are inflated because Floyd Mayweather gave him co-main event status on his card, gave him that exposure, and then he fought him. No, he didn't stamp Spence. He did, yeah, he stamped Spence through word of mouth. But actions speak louder than words, brother. He didn't give him, right? So this dude said not true, right? The K third. Now you on the hook. Since you said it's not true, what's not true? The real McCoy, my brother in super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Blue in the chat. My son made it to semi and national silver gloves and could use some positive energy. No, Mayweather doesn't get credit in the USA, period. Peace and blessings. Oh, man. Salute to my brother, the real McCoy. My brother's son made it to the silver gloves. Salute to you, great brother, in the nationals. That's huge, brother. You can't just slip that past us. That's huge. Salute to your son, great brother. Salute to your son. Nicholas Rivera said Canelo was going to be big either way. Now, how could you say that? Isn't that a silly comment to make? How could you say such a thing? How could you say such a thing? Big George 850, what's going on? When somebody, that's like saying, oh, Bill Gates got me to be a billionaire, but I was going to be a billionaire even without Bill Gates. What? He gave you 3 major platforms to be the billionaire that you are. Now you're going to turn around and say, I was going to do that anyway? He said because he sold many pay-per-views before Floyd. Get him out of here. Goodbye. He wasn't ever even on pay-per-view before Floyd. Goodbye. Deuces. Get him out of here. Real McCoy, my brother in the super chat. Oh, yeah, Blue, cook him with the facts. Peace, King. No doubt. Salute to my brother, Real McCoy. Get him out of here. You see this? You see what I'm talking about? This dude just came in because he was a pay-per-view star before Floyd. He ain't never fight on pay-per-view before Floyd Mayweather, brother. What is you talking about? What are you talking about? Get him out of here. Oh, he was a pay-per-view star before Floyd Mayweather. Oh, yeah? Goodbye. 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 So, if Errol Spence was passed the baton and then fought Floyd Mayweather and got all the credit, and then people act like he ain't never even lose. They act like he ain't never even lose. Chua Coronado, what's going on? People would say today's time, C99, what's going on? C99, let me rent you up. Let me rent you up, C99. So then people will act like, man, you see Canelo, man, Canelo's very good. I give him his credit. Oh, for sure. Dude is a superstar, for sure. It's between him and Errol Spence. Not named heavyweights. It's between him and Errol Spence. I'm asking the question, but see, people come here and they just make up stories. Everyone lose to Floyd, so losing to him is not that big of a deal. See, that's the problem. That's the problem. We'll gloss over a loss to him, But then nobody want to give him his credit. E2G Performance, let me rent you up. Salute to you. See, that's the problem. People act like losing to him. See, now listen to what you said. So losing to him is not a big deal because you expected to lose to him. So you see just how great he is that you are expected to lose to Floyd Mayweather. It's expected when you lose to Floyd Mayweather. That's how great he is. But then Canelo fans don't want to give him credit, though. Why is that? You ever think about that? King Ish, what's going on? You ever think about that? So why don't people want to give him, is Wilder a superstar? Yeah, heavyweights, I don't count heavyweights. Because as the heavyweight goes, so goes the sport of boxing. Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury, Anthony Joshua, they're on another level. Because they're heavyweights. They carry the sport of boxing. They carry the sport of boxing. So what they do in the sport of boxing has to be judged amongst them and amongst them only. Richard California, what's going on? Because as the heavyweights go, so goes the sport of boxing. When the heavyweight see Floyd Mayweather, he caught lightning in a bottle. He caught lightning in a bottle, right? Floyd Mayweather, Manny Pacquiao, Oscar De La Hoya, right? And the four kings, Sugar Ray Leonard, Tommy Hearns, Hagler and Duran, right? And you know, those guys, they caught, Sugar Ray Robinson, they're great. But when the heavyweights is on, Roy Jones, right? But when Mike Tyson is on his game, there is nobody bigger than Mike Tyson. When Deontay Wilder is on his game, there is nobody bigger than Deontay Wilder. Right now, Tyson Fury is viewed as that top until this trilogy happens. There is nobody bigger than Tyson Fury. Anthony Joshua. They can only be judged amongst themselves. When Muhammad Ali fought Joe Louis, George Foreman, there's nobody bigger than him. The reason being is, here's the reason why. Because who can beat Deontay Wilder? If it ain't Tyson Fury or Anthony Joshua or a heavyweight, who can beat Deontay Wilder? Nobody. Right? If Deontay Wilder and Anthony Joshua don't beat Tyson Fury or another heavyweight, who beats Tyson Fury? I'm not saying AJ could beat Wilder or none of that. I'm not talking about who wins and who loses. I'm just saying it takes one of them to beat one of them. If it's not them, it doesn't. It is what it is. You understand what I'm saying? Right? You can't. When Muhammad Ali was on his game, there's no. You could love Sugar Ray Robinson. You could love Willie Pep, and you could love Henry Armstrong. You could love all these dudes. None of them could beat Muhammad Ali. When Mike Tyson is on his game, you could love Floyd Mayweather. You could love Oscar De La Hoya. You could love Roy Jones Jr. You could love Sugar Ray Leonard, Hagler, Duran, Hearns. You could love them. They great. None of them could beat Mike Tyson. None. So it's not even fair. They have their own category. That's why heavyweights are not supposed to be in the pound for pound. The pound for pound was created for Sugar Ray Robinson. Why? Because he wasn't a heavyweight. But he was going, put together. Peace, bless, Queen. How you doing today? He could go through the divisions. So he pound for pound. Right? But heavyweights are heavyweights. Real talk, Audrey, what's going on? Wilder knocks out Tyson Fury. Wilder knocks out Anthony Joshua. Who can beat Wilder? My brother, Kurt Anderson. Kurt, you coming on today? Salute to my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian. My brother, my co-host. He said Ali versus Foreman did 1.1 billion views. Y'all ain't hear me. Muhammad Ali and George Foreman did 1.1 billion views. Tells you everything you need to know. Where's my... Gotta find my cord for Jalen. Jalen gonna be like, bro, where is the cord? Right? So that's why I don't say. That's why I don't include the heavyweights, because when they on their game, that's it. You ain't, that's it. 1.1 billion. So that's why I don't include the heavyweights. Smash the like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. We dragging today. They ain't sending out the notifications and then we dragging. Smash the like button. So yeah, Canelo Alvarez is a star. Right? Shout out to my wife, man. She just fixed my my tickets for Wilder Fury. Rocco 3, Nelson Armstrong, what's going on? Okay, Kurt, take your time. Take your time, Kurt. Take your time. My wife just fixed my tickets for me to go to see to go to the Wilder Fury. Because I have to okay, Kurt. Everything, what's going on? Got you, Kurt. So yeah, my wife is doing my tickets for Wilder, and my tickets, my plane tickets, and my rent a car. Because I thought I told her about the date change, and I didn't. So right now, it's getting ready to start my stream, and she's like, when the next time you got to go to Vegas? And I'm like, October 9th. And she's like, really? I'm like, yeah. She's like, when was you gonna tell me? I'm like, I told you that already. When the fight got postponed. She's like, you ain't never tell me that. So now she had to do everything right now. So shout out to my wife, man. She's pretty dope. She's pretty dope. So she did everything right now. She did everything for me right now. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes all the way up. Mikey 1, what's going on? Eric Wells, yes, sir. She literally did everything for me right now. Literally. Teach, what's going on? Same about Canelo. Then keep the same in it. Same thing about what with Canelo? LSAK tags my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. He said, "Where's my ticket at, Blue?" Salute to you, great brother. Yeah, White just did mines, man. She literally just did it. Literally, Super Bros X brother in super chat, flying into JFK in 2 weeks. Give me some must see and do in New York. Man, right now, man, New York is weird. It's very weird, bro. Because it's very weird time, man, here in New York. I'm gonna be honest with you, man. I would just go to the city, go downtown. If you've never been to New York, if you've never ever been to New York, go downtown. Go to 42nd Street, go to Harlem. It's a lot of a rich history in Harlem. But man, I can't even really give you, like, because times is weird, man. The hours is weird. Chilltown Major, what's going on? I'm leaving New York in like 3 months, or by miracle, maybe next month. Oh, where you going, Chilltown Majors? Big Money, Texas, Toledo, what's going on? So it's like, the thing with New York right now, man, it's not normal. So I can't just be like, go here, go there, because hours are not the same. Requirements are not the same, man. It's weird, man. Hey, Jackman, my brother in the super chat, much love to you, great brother. So it's like, go downtown and just wing it, bro. That's what I would say. I would go downtown, man. I don't know where you're staying. If you're staying in Queens, St. Louis, Mick, my brother, what's going on? If you're staying in Queens or you're staying in well, you going to JFK, so you must be staying in Queens, right? Jeremy Hauser, what's going on? Japo B, what's going on? Wade Higgins, what's going on? Alice Rodriguez, my brother in Super Chat. Salute, Blue Bud. Mike just said he made a mistake. Oscar tested for phentermine, a central nervous stimulant. It was not diuretic, so he's clear. Oh yeah? I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. I'm sure. LV Live, what's going on? Yeah, change the climate. You know what I mean? So I would, you staying in Queens, Sons of Times, TVHQ, what's going on? You know, I would go to you know, yeah, just go downtown, man. Money Man, what's going on? Man, like Coney Island is not the same. Brian, New York, what's going on? Coney Island is not the same, and it's just not the same here right now. Trey Dub 234 said you recently moved from New York to Charlotte. Yeah, it's not the same, right? Like you can't. I mean, things still don't close. It's just weird, man. It's just weird. Weird going anywhere in New York right now. It's just weird. So now they're saying that so what they saying now, okay, so they made a mistake, huh? So I saw everybody coming immediately to give him the benefit of the doubt. Immediately. Everybody's coming and saying, right? Motor 1100, he says it's weird in LA to fight now. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's just, man, it's just the time, the climate. Camille Z, brother in Super Chat, who's the biggest star, Canelo or Spence? We gonna find out. Right now, I believe that Errol Spence is the biggest star. Dwayne Freeman, what's going on? Raph, what's going on? Carlos Payne, what's going on? We gonna find out November 6th. A. Jackman said they have to review the test first. The substance is still banned per VADA. Okay, so either which way, it's banned on the list. J.H. Lowry, what's going on? So my thing is this, right? Drew League, what's going on? Drew League said he's not a bigger star, Blue. We're going to find out November 6th, right? November 6th. So apparently they tweeted that out. It said, Blue, you didn't say Canelo makes 30 million and Earl makes 15. I did say that, Carlos Pina. I said that. Somebody said that he make 40 million. I said he don't make 40 million. He makes 32 million. Right? He make 32 million. But again, you have to look at the circumstances. People don't want to. Donald now, 66-year-old G Grant, Triple OG in the building. What's going on, Triple OG? People don't want to look at the complete landscape of what took place. Okay? So, is that self-created or did he have help? Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in Super Chat. Hey, Blue, keep giving this great content. I'm sad that they cut Cam from the Pats. Cam ain't no backup. I hope he gets a shot at a starter with another team. I'm hearing he gonna go to the Texans. Marshall, what's going on? I'm hearing he gonna go to the Texans. He'll get his opportunity with the Texans. So here's the thing. Canelo Alvarez was directly passed the baton from Floyd Mayweather, the biggest superstar in the history of the sport of boxing, arguably. Not named Muhammad Ali. Adrian Sando, he said, you tweaking. What am I tweaking about? Because you didn't choose to do the actual research? You going off for what people told you? Or your bubble or what you think? So let's go off for actual research. Let's look at the actual numbers. Canelo Alvarez the biggest star in the history of sport of boxing, arguably, Muhammad Ali and Floyd Mayweather, right? Floyd Mayweather passed the baton, put him on his co-main event. He gave him the exposure, and then he fought him. Errol Spence didn't have that. He's building it from the mud. 88 Sports Talk, what's going on? He didn't have that. He's building it completely from the mud. He didn't have anybody directly pass him a baton. Money Man said, Blue, Spence hasn't even sold 500,000 pay-per-views his whole career. Right. Because today's landscape, today's time is not going to warrant that. Hello? Y'all not paying attention. It's free. Listen to what I'm telling you. Today's time, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, right? They fought. They didn't do 1 million pay-per-views, right? Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. Errol Spence Jr. is the biggest star, but no one is polarizing in boxing anymore. Facts. So now look at this. Money Man, pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. Pay attention. You said he didn't sell 500,000 pay-per-views, right? So you giving Canelo Alvarez credit for selling how many pay-per-views? How many pay-per-views did he sell without Floyd Mayweather? 1 million, right? Brooklyn Kennedy, my brother in the super chat. No one is or loved enough to sell tickets, Blue. Facts. So now here's the thing. Now you look at this, right? Okay, so now you said he didn't sell 500,000 because by the time he started to engage in pay-per-view, look at the landscape, right? So you have Deontay Wilder, Tyson Fury. They fought, right? So now when they fought, they had over 10 million illegal streams. Y'all ain't hear me. When he fought, who's JCC? He sold 1 million pay-per-views with Golovkin and JCC. Who's JCC? Oh, Julio Cesar Chavez? Okay, let's say he sold 1 million with them, right? Cool. That was the time. At that time, right? The legal streams is completely different than today's time. So today's time, right? With the way things are set up, Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury would have sold well over 1 million pay-per-views if the illegal streams wasn't available like it is today's time. So today's time, you have people illegally streaming these fights. They're not paying for them. Completely different time. So now we're going to see the real numbers that Canelo Alvarez does. Mar, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, Blue Blood. I'm feeling good today. Salute to you, great brother. So, Chad D said, yes, it was. Yes, what was? We didn't already see anything. You didn't already see anything because he was created. He didn't build his own star status. Floyd Mayweather gave him the star status. Stop being silly. He had without the Floyd Mayweather fight and without the 2 Floyd Mayweather fights that he put as his co-main event and build up a fight between him, a la Manny Pacquiao. What has Manny Pacquiao done since Floyd Mayweather? What has he done? He was built up. Manny Pacquiao's status was built up to be this pay-per-view star because he was built as the man to beat Floyd Mayweather. Canelo Alvarez's star status was built up because he was the man to beat Floyd Mayweather. The difference between Canelo Alvarez and Manny Pacquiao is that Canelo Alvarez was significantly younger than Manny Pacquiao. That's the difference. So he still had a lot of time in the sport of boxing when people just threw their hands up and said, oh, man, he couldn't do it. So it's completely different. But the difference is he still gave them the baton and built up they was the man to beat Floyd Mayweather. Everybody wanted to see Floyd Mayweather lose. So you had somebody, Canelo Alvarez, it was on to the next. Oh, this is the guy that could beat Floyd Mayweather. Oh, Canelo Alvarez. And it built up to be that guy. And Floyd Mayweather said, if you fight Austin Trout, all of those fights, he fought Austin Trout because Floyd Mayweather told him to fight Austin Trout. You fight Austin Trout. I'm glad you said that, Model 1100. See, you don't do your research, and you sound like an idiot when you don't do your research. And let me help you out. Did you know that Floyd Mayweather is already a pay-per-view star, and Floyd Mayweather is already considered the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world by the time he fought Oscar De La Hoya? Did you know that? The difference is Oscar De La Hoya brand was just bigger than Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather was already built. What pay-per-views did Canelo Alvarez do before Floyd Mayweather? Go ahead and go. Now tell us. Go. I'll wait. Motto 1100. What pay-per-views did Canelo Alvarez do before Floyd Mayweather? Go ahead. Since you said, let's talk about that. Let's talk about how Oscar did it. Okay, yeah, Oscar did help his brand for sure. No doubt. But he was already well established. He was already a 5-division world champion, brother. Or 4-division world champion. He was already a 4-division world champion and pay-per-view star. And he was already considered the pound-for-pound king. So now, help me understand, who did Canelo Alvarez fight and what pay-per-views did he do? And what pound-for-pound list was he on? Go ahead. Go ahead. Motto 1100. Okay, man, what's going on? Why did y'all time him out? Don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do none of that. Please. Please, don't time out nobody. Don't block nobody. Don't do nothing. I got him. I'll tell you. If I need him blocked or timed out, I got you. Sharitha Miller, peace of bless, Queen. How you doing today? Smash the like button. See, we don't want to smash the like button. We don't want to donate to the channel. We don't want to support the channel. They don't want to send out the notifications. We just don't do it today, huh? Ashton Howell, what's going on? Roosevelt Ivor Davis, what's going on? Hitman, who cares about pay-per-view talk? Talk about them as fighters and what they've done so far in their careers. Cool. You want to talk about what they've done in their careers. Okay. Errol Spence beat a 4-division world champion and a future Hall of Famer in Mikey Garcia. Errol Spence went to the UK for his first world title opportunity. He went to the UK and beat Kell Brook in the UK with 60,000 fans there. That's impressive. Then Errol Spence, he beat a 2-time welterweight world champions and a superstar in the sport of boxing, not his brand outside, and Sean Porter. Then he just beat who's Sean Porter's a Hall of Famer. Then he just beat Danny Garcia convincingly. Convincingly now. There's no question who won these fights, right? So he convincingly won these fights, right? Big Block, what's going on? Now, because this is what you said that, right? So he convincingly won these fights. Danny Garcia is a Hall of Famer. Right? Jay Meadow. What's silly about it? You want to talk about Money Man said Kell Brook off for L and a featherweight Mikey Garcia. Okay, cool. I'm glad you said that. Because you want to ride this train. So I'll just work you for the rest of this stream. How about that, Money Man? So now look at this. What did James Kirkland do in his career? And why did he fight him? Go ahead and tell us. Who is Rocky Fielding, brother? Who's Rocky Fielding? I'm going to do you one better. Because now I'm going to work you. Because you continue, you wanted to keep talking, right? Okay, so now I'm going to work you. So who's Rocky Fielding, brother? What did James Kirkland do? Go ahead, tell us, Money Man. Okay, this dude has how many fights? How many fights Canelo Alvarez have in his career? Okay, let's look at this. Talk about patent stats. You want to talk about patent stats? You want to talk about patent stats, brother? You should have left well enough alone. Now you want to talk about patent stats? You want to talk about patent stats? Let's talk about it. Let's talk about this. Patent stats. He started his career off worse than his career worse than Jake Paul. You know who Francisco Villanueva is, brother? Sean Porter's a gatekeeper. Sean Porter's been in very, very close fights. Guess what? Guess what? I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. I'm glad you said that. Because you said if Sean Porter's a gatekeeper, he lost every good big fight. You could argue Canelo Alvarez lost all his big fights. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Most people thought he lost the Arislandi Lara fight, but he got a gift. Most people thought he lost both the Triple G fights, but he got 2 gifts. He lost to Floyd Mayweather. Right? So, what big fights did he decisively win? What big fights did he decisively win against Hall of Famers? On RN Soam, brother in the super chat. Errol Spence Jr. can't sell out AT&T Stadium. Canelo can. The hair color and chemical perm is seeping in old man blue brain. Hashtag lose the damn bubble. Hey, bro, get out of here. And you come and watch every day. So go ahead and tell us. Go ahead and tell us. So he should arguably have lost to Triple G twice, lost to Arislandi Lara, lost to Floyd Mayweather. It was a very close fight with Austin Trout until they had to open scorecards. And we know how the judges do with Canelo Alvarez. Shane Mosley was 40 years old. You talking about Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto? Really? Really? Floyd Mayweather had beat them earlier. Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto? Really? Really? Shane Mosley and Miguel Cotto? But you just said Kovalev told me on my social media that essentially he laid down. So you just told me that Mikey Garcia was a featherweight that was blown up. But we bringing up Shane Mosley, who was a 135-pounder, a lightweight, and Cotto, who was a 140-pounder, and moved all the way up. Huh? So we gonna discredit Sean Porter? Houston, Texas. Oh, for sure. Canelo Alvarez is good, but when you got people trying to discredit other people instead of having a nice, clean debate. Shane Mosley last fight wasn't at 135 like Mikey. I'm glad you said that. Mikey Garcia, his last, if you know anything about boxing, his 3 out of his last 5 fights was at 140, brother. So he moved up 1 weight class. And if you want to talk about that anyway, we had the great Roberto Duran, who jumped up from 135 and beat Sugar Ray Leonard at 147. He jumped up a whole weight class as well. So what are we talking about here? And 3 out of Mikey Garcia's last 4 fights, he even won a world title at junior welterweight. So what are you talking about? He only dropped down there because he wanted to keep his belt simultaneously. Did you know that? He only went back to fight Robert Easter because he didn't want to lose his belt simultaneously. He wanted to hold all of the belts at the same time. Greenhold Dunham, what's going on? Did you know that? 817 Boston View, what's going on? So essentially, Mikey Garcia was actually a junior welterweight that was dropping down to. He was actually a junior welterweight that dropped down to lightweight. Good try, though. Good try. It's a good try, though. I don't care what his last weight was before Spence. He dropped back down to lightweight for no reason. Devontae Richardson, what's going on? He dropped back down there for only reason because he wanted to, they was going to strip him of the belt. He had no plans to go back to 135. But he said, all right, I'll just take the Robert Easter fight because they're going to strip me. He wanted to create history. Like Gervonta Tank Davis. When he kept his belt at 130 and 135, but he fought at 140. So that's what he was attempting to do. So what's your point? So he dropped back down there, thought he could do that, thought he could go back down to 135 and then go back up to 147. So what's your point? No, he moved up one weight class. He drained himself to go back down to 135 and he went back up to 147. He was fighting predominantly at 140. Please stop. He just thought he could dare to be great and do that. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it, brother. Stop it. Nope, he did it to Duck Loma. No, he didn't do it to Duck Loma. He didn't want to do business with Bob Arum. You're wrong again. You're wrong again. He didn't want to do business with Bob Arum. Richie Boy Boxing, brother in Super Chat. When Spence gets paid more than $5 million and makes more than 500K pay-per-views, come talk to me. In the meantime, just enjoy the Canelo era, my boy. Salute, Blue Blood. Salute to you, great brother. Madame, let me ask you a question. You bragging about Floyd Mayweather boosting him up. Now, do you give credit to Floyd Mayweather for making that happen for him? So you acting like he built this up from the mud. He ain't built that up from the mud, brother. He ain't built that up from the mud. They built him as the man. Oscar De La Hoya wanted to build him as the man, just like they're doing Ryan Garcia right now. They build up Ryan Garcia and Gervonta Tank Davis. What did Ryan Garcia do in his career? Nothing. Just like Canelo Alvarez hadn't done anything in his career. Actually, Floyd Mayweather directed him, right? He directed him to fight Austin Trout. It's the only big fight he had in his career leading up into the Floyd Mayweather fight. Floyd Mayweather directly passed him a baton. So you happy and you bragging about Canelo Alvarez making the money he's making. But as the same time you do that, Davis, what's going on? Are you giving Floyd Mayweather his kudos and credit for creating what you see in Floyd and Canelo Alvarez today? Yes, I do, my brother. That's why De La Hoya did for Floyd. No, he didn't do that for Floyd. Sorry, wrong again. See, y'all need to go do your homework before you talk. You just be talking just to talk. He didn't do that for Floyd Mayweather. Did not do that for Oscar De La Hoya. Did not do that. Floyd Mayweather was already a 4-division world champion, which Canelo Alvarez was definitely not. Floyd Mayweather was already considered the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world, and Floyd Mayweather was already doing big pay-per-views. Sorry, brother, he was not. Canelo Alvarez did no pay-per-views. He was not considered pound for pound, and he wasn't a multi-division world champion. Oscar De La Hoya brand was still big. Oscar De La Hoya had already lost. He was still seen as the golden boy, just like Mike Tyson is today's time, right? And so when Floyd Mayweather fought Oscar De La Hoya, that's why people love to say Oscar De La Hoya wasn't the same guy. His brand was bigger outside the ring because he was in the sport. He was Olympic gold medalist. He was built from the beginning as to be the next golden boy, hence golden boy. And so his brand was enormous, okay? And so with that said, when Floyd Mayweather fought him, he understood that I'm going to adopt Oscar De La Hoya's fans as well. But he was already the pound for pound, considered pound for pound best fighter in the world. He was already a 4-division world champion, and he was already doing pay-per-views. Good try. Oscar De La Hoya did not make Floyd Mayweather. He just took over from where Oscar left off. Nope. Boxing Logic United, my brother in Super Chat. Duran went up 5 weight classes in total from beginning to end of career. He fought Hagler too, remember? Salute to my brother, Boxing Logic United. Facts. So that was a good try, though. It's a good try. Good try. So when y'all come here to him, man, he made him like no, completely 2 different things. Good try. Good try. See, y'all need to go do your research before you come here talking about, well, he made him just like he made him. No, he didn't. No, he didn't. Floyd Mayweather was already established with or without Oscar De La Hoya. It just was a mega pay-per-view because they was both. The reason it was a mega massive pay-per-view because they was both already established. That's the reason why it surpassed. And at that time, it was the biggest pay-per-view. You know why it was the biggest pay-per-view? Because they were already both, keyword, they were already both established. Canelo Alvarez was a big pay-per-view for Floyd Mayweather because everybody thought that he was too big, too strong, right? That they was going to beat him. That he was going to beat him. He was built as another man to beat him. He wasn't. Nobody was talking like he was just a superstar in the sport of boxing. Oh, he was a good fighter. Man, my charger's not even working. What the? Hey. So when people be coming here, man, you'll just be saying stuff just to say stuff. Alice Mesa. Blue, just give credit where credit is due. Let's go with the Plant and Canelo fight in November. Oh, for sure. No, Canelo Alvarez is a superstar. I can't compare Canelo Alvarez and say who's the biggest superstar if he ain't a superstar. I never said he wasn't. But people over-exaggerate and act like the facts aren't the facts. The facts are the facts. The facts are the facts. Platinum Plunger, what's going on? Plunger, what's going on? The facts are the facts. Plain and simple. When you get people come here talking about he didn't do this, he did that, he didn't do this, he do. Okay, so now we're going to talk about the facts. Period. We should have 1,000 likes. Pool counter boxing, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. John Page, my brother Batman in the building. What's going on with you, Batman? Mikey called out Spence like Canelo called out Floyd. Which one looks suspect? Right, he called him out. Guy needs fire. Salute. Mikey Garcia called out the bigger fighter. Canelo Alvarez called out the smaller fighter. Richie Boy Boxing. Mayweather pay-per-views before De La Hoya. 340,000, 374, and 235. Right, he was already a pay-per-view star. So now let me ask you a question, Richie Boy. Because you see, you sound stupid. So now, Richie Boy, let me ask you a question. What was Canelo Alvarez pay-per-view numbers before Floyd Mayweather? Go ahead and tell me. Now, Google that. I said Floyd Mayweather was already established. He was already considered the pound-for-pound best fighter in the world. He was already doing pay-per-view numbers. He was already a 4-division champion. So he didn't make Floyd Mayweather, brother. Floyd Mayweather was already on his own and already doing his own thing. So now I'm asking you. Now go Google what Canelo Alvarez numbers was before he fought Floyd Mayweather. Go ahead. Drop the numbers. Go ahead. Old Paul Boston, what's going on? Hustle Home, what's going on? Go ahead and tell us. Go ahead, tell us. What was the numbers? Richie? Here we go, another silly one. Bro, Canelo was only 23. How old was Mike Tyson? How old was Floyd Mayweather when he fought for his world title? How old was Mike Tyson? So now age is the reason. So now age is the reason. So now how could he be established because he was only 23? Go ahead. Tell us. Now get this. Watch this now. Watch this now. Another silly one. Another silly one, right? He says, when Mayweather was 30, he fought De La Hoya. Canelo was only 23. So why did he have over 40 fights already? So if that's the case, then how did he deserve an opportunity to fight Floyd Mayweather? You're doing it to yourself. You're doing it to yourself. So if he was only 23, right, and he wasn't established, then what did he do to deserve a fight with Floyd Mayweather? So you further make my case when I tell you that Floyd Mayweather built him up. Because if he was 23 and he hadn't done anything, if he was 23 and he didn't do nothing, then what did he do to deserve an opportunity to fight the most established fighter in boxing? You're on the wrong platform for that. I could do this all day. So if he was only 23 and he didn't accomplish anything and he was too young, then why did he deserve a fight with Floyd Mayweather? And there you have it. Floyd Mayweather picked him out the litter and said, here, I'm going to pass you the baton. Blackwater Boxing, my brother in Super Chat, and my brother in Super Chat. Canelo was 42-0 champion when he fought Floyd Mayweather. Salute, Blue. Facts. But I'm just going to use them against them. I'm just going to use what you're saying against you. You just keep talking and keep putting yourself in the corner. Hustle home, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Preach, brother, preach. Salute to you, great brother. Drew Trash said, who was a pay-per-view star at 23? Right. I'm glad you said that. So what did he do? Now answer the question. So why did he get a chance to fight Floyd Mayweather there? Drew Trash. If he was 23 and not a pay-per-view star, what did he do to fight Floyd Mayweather? So that means Floyd Mayweather gave him the opportunity. How could he see a payday and somebody's not? Drew Trash, you're not even making sense. Where you come from, brother? Mars? So you said that he saw a payday. How could he see a payday with somebody's not accomplished? Either he's accomplished or he's not. Who gonna pay to see Floyd Mayweather fight somebody that's a kid that's not accomplished? Huh? You said he saw a payday. A payday in what? He didn't accomplish anything. What did he accomplish? What did he do to say, so that means Floyd Mayweather carried the entire card, right? True Blue 45, what's going on? He wanted him young so people wouldn't ask him to fight a more experienced Canelo. He was 37, brother. He was 37, 38 years old. What are you talking about? Can't you say the same thing in reverse? Floyd Mayweather was old. Who you know? What champion you know at 38 years old is beating these dudes? Outside of Bernard Hopkins. And the man that Floyd Mayweather was beating him. Who you know? He was 37. He was 37. He was 37. He's 14 years older than Canelo Alvarez. He was 37, 14 years older than Canelo Alvarez. He was 37. He was 14 years older than Canelo Alvarez. He's 2 years older than Manny Pacquiao. 36, 37. Don't matter. He was much older. You ready, Kurt? Okay. He was much older than him. Go ahead, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Now Canelo Alvarez weight drain. Funny, he asked for that weight. Did you know that? Now they saying he was weight drained. Okay, cool. Did you know he asked for that weight? Not Floyd Mayweather? No, you're lying. He asked for the weight. That's why Floyd Mayweather said he came out because Canelo Alvarez came out and he stated, see Jose Canales, he came out and he said, if Floyd Mayweather don't fight me, I'm not fighting on no more of his undercards. He's avoiding me. And Floyd Mayweather said, then Canelo Alvarez said, I'll even go down and fight him at a catchweight. And Floyd Mayweather said, okay, I was going to fight you anyway. You chose to come down to a catchweight. What did 2 pounds? So 2 pounds at 20, watch this now. 2 pounds at 23 years old was weight drained? Carolina Ryder, my brother in the super chat, dropping that hundo on your boy Blue in the super chat. He says, salute to you, great brother. Appreciate you. So now at 23 years old, 2 more pounds weight drained you? Get this. Watch this now. Gervonta Tank Davis fought at 135 and then went 5 pounds south. Gervonta Tank Davis fought at 135. Then he went back down and fought at 130. Was he weight drained? I'm just asking for a friend. Gervonta Tank Davis fought at 135 against Gamboa, came back down to 130 and fought Leo Santa Cruz. Gervonta Tank Davis is 26 years old, so he's 3 years older than Canelo. He went down 5 pounds. And that weight drained? Did that weight drain him? That's 3 more pounds than Canelo. And he's 3 years older. Did you consider Gervonta Tank Davis to be weight drained? Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat. Mexicans still can't accept Canelo lost to Floyd after all this time. They still sick, Blue. Just a fact. You can't make this up. Boston Logic United, brother in the Super Chat. Eric Benitez became a champion at 17 and Salvador Sanchez at the age of 23, a champion and 4-0 in title defenses versus future champion. Facts. But watch this now. See, you keep putting this stuff out there. You're doing it to yourself. Doing it to yourself. So, Gervonta Tank Davis at 26 went down 5 pounds to fight from 135 to 130 against a 4-division world champion superstar. So we can't say he ain't fight nobody. He fought Leo Santa Cruz, who's a Hall of Famer in his prime, right? And he went down to 130. Do you say Gervonta Tank Davis is weight drained? So Canelo Alvarez had to lose 2 pounds at 23 years old. And you saying he's weight drained. Jack T, brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. Facts. Canelo came up with the 150-pound catch weight and said he could be bigger fight night because he's young and won't be a problem. They ended up at 152. Canelo had 43 fights, came in 20 pounds bigger. Facts. And then after that, he made up his own weight. Then he went up to back to 54 and started making up his own weight at 155. It wasn't even a division. He said Tank is a little guy. Listen how silly they sound, man. Listen to this. Tank is a little guy, so yeah, he can go down. What did his size have to do with it? Huh? Huh? Did you know? Since we're talking about height, Jamal Charlo fights at 154. He's bigger, much bigger than Canelo Alvarez. He was making 154. Jamal Charlo at 6 feet tall. Canelo Alvarez is 5'8". Y'all keep putting your foot in your mouth. He's 5'8". Jamal Charlo is 6 feet tall. Canelo said he couldn't make the weight at 154, so he's fighting at a catch weight at 155 when Jamal Charlo was comfortably making 154. Now you tell me what that's about. Quincy Carter, my brother in Super Chat. Weight wasn't a factor. Canelo was clearly outboxed. Facts. So now you tell me. Phil J 508, my brother in Super Chat. Their logic says Barrios cherry pick tank. Facts. So now you said the size. So how come Canelo couldn't make 154? And guess what? Canelo and Jamal Charlo, they the same age. Would you know? They the same age. Would you know? What would you know? See how that works? Man, oh man. You do it to yourself every time. That dude, Jay Crash, brother in Super Chat, it's Canelo's era. Mayweather is no more. Let the cry, period. Spence is not the biggest superstar compared to Canelo's numbers. Cool. We're going to find out. Let me get the historian on here, because y'all giving me a headache. Y'all giving me a headache now.
What's going on, Blue?
Got my brother, Kurt Anderson, a.k.a. Kurt Sugar, a.k.a. the historian, a.k.a. my brother, my co-host. What's goody with you, Kurt?
I'm just chilling, man. Listening to you talk, about the sport of boxing. Just sitting here in my room and just chilling, man. That's about it.
Yeah, man, Kurt, man. I said I wanted to have a little fun with it today. Jack T, brother in Super Chat. Maul Charlo even fought at 147. Canelo can make 154. Facts. Houston, Texas, 056, brother in Super Chat. Blue, Money May passed the torch to Canelo because he saw greatness with his Floyd eyes. Trill recognized Trill. Never said he wasn't good. Never said he wasn't. Yeah, Kurt, I just wanted to have a little fun today. We was talking about the numbers, Manny Pacquiao, Yordenis Ugas. It only did 250,000 pay-per-view buys. And so Errol Spence said, told y'all I was the big fish, right? And so I'm saying, imagine what he would have, he accounts for 300,000 pay-per-view buys because every fight, regardless of who's in the other corner, he does at least 300,000 pay-per-views at the least. So I'm saying now we're going to find out with the state of of everything, the way it is, right? With people illegally streaming these fights and things of that nature, it's going to be difficult for these fighters to get to 1 million pay-per-views because now people are streaming these fights all over the place. You can't really gauge. These numbers are good numbers. These 350,000 and 250,000, they're okay numbers because I can only imagine how many people streamed this fight. You know what I mean? So I was just talking about that, Kurt, man. What's your thoughts on that, though?
Well, pay-per-views and closed-circuit TV views always went hand-to-hand in boxing. Now, I'm going to break it down from the very beginning and then work my way up. You had people, boxing always been big. The first boxing superstar in America was John L. Sullivan. And he was champion from 1882 to 1892. And he lost to James. They called it, that was a big fight. But the most polarizer figure, the first polarizer figure was a heavyweight by the name of Jack Dempsey, who Mike Tyson modeled his fighting style after. Jack Dempsey was so popular. The model was when a fighter retired, he had a restaurant. And all the big stars, Charlie Chaplin and all those guys, W.C. Fields, they used to go to the restaurant. He was known. Jack Dempsey was very popular. Then you had Jack Johnson. What helped his fighter become polarizing, it could be race with Jack Johnson. Jack Dempsey, it was his power and his persona. Joe Louis. It was his power and his demeanor. Joe Louis, don't get it mixed up,
Hey
was
Kurt. Hey
so
Kurt.
popular.
Hey Kurt. Just take over for 1 second. Let me go grab something from my wife.
Okay.
Boston Logic United, brother in the super chat said Floyd couldn't have passed the torch when he beat Canelo's. I'll be right back, Kurt. So go
Yes,
ahead,
sir.
go ahead, Kurt. Take over.
Joe Louis became popular because of his power and his demeanor. He had a demeanor of a man who didn't say much. He was like a recluse. His face was on soda bottles, cereal boxes, everything. Joe Louis was wildly popular. He was polarizing. He carried the sport. Then you had Sugar Ray Robinson. Sugar Ray Robinson changed the game because of his swagger. Sugar Ray Robinson was known to have what you call an entourage. The word came from him because he traveled with many people. He had a midget, he had a barber with him, everything. He was a pretty fighter. He was the first pretty fighter, pretty boy fighter. That was great. And he became wildly popular, polarizing. But it was so long ago that people forget in the 40s. He was the first fighter to get TV money and theater money. So when you look at Floyd Mayweather, what he's done, Floyd Mayweather is the great grandson of Sugar Ray Robinson. Muhammad Ali is the son of Sugar Ray Robinson because their models were the same, different but same. That's why Muhammad Ali wanted Sugar Ray Robinson to be his manager, and Robinson kept turning him down. Robinson was known for his cars, his suits. It was something new. His hair, he had conch in his hair. He was a pretty fighter. He used to knock you out with combinations and look pretty doing it. Remember, he owned the block in Harlem. You know, Sugar Ray's restaurant, Sugar Ray's bar was very popular. After the fight, everybody went there to party. Everybody. I mean, everybody. All the gangsters, all the movie stars, everybody went there to party. Then you had Muhammad Ali, who I can't put into words. Muhammad Ali was a gold medalist. He was a heavyweight champion very young. He became so popular, he became larger than life, as they say. He was the biggest athlete and the most recognizable face on the planet. Picture that, a boxer, not a politician, not an entertainer, an athlete, a boxer, a sport that we love. He became the most recognizable face on the planet. And when he beat Foreman, I was 8 years old, 7, get ready to turn 8. I was at the favorite movie theater with my father and uncles. And when Ali knocked out Foreman, people cried. Fathers, uncles, everybody was hugging each other. Ali reached a plateau so high that no other athlete could never reach again. I was there. I witnessed that at 7 years old. I was going crazy because we were there to see Ali get knocked out. We wanted to see which way he was going to fall. That's why everybody was there. But Ali defied the odds. And the pay-per-view numbers of that fight was 1.1 billion. That was in 1974. Then in 1976, Ali fought a Japanese wrestler by the name of Antonio Inoki. And that did 1.6 billion. So you're looking at an athlete by himself, closed circuit views that did 1 billion on 2 occasions. And that's unheard of. Muhammad Ali versus Joe Frazier 1, it did 400 million. 400 million. So Ali, you can never compare anybody to the great Muhammad Ali. No, you can't compare anybody. And I often said this. Mike Tyson in his prime and Muhammad Ali in his prime, two of the most polarizing figures the world has ever seen. If they was to fight for the undisputed heavyweight title, it'd be the most watched event in television history. I guarantee you that, because boxing always brung that. You know, the fighters always had the personalities, and when you put two fighters together, like Ali and Frazier, Leonard Hearns, Tyson Holyfield, you're going to sell. You're going to sell, but you need to find your niche. Oscar De La Hoya did it with women. He became a heartthrob of boxing. Floyd Mayweather did it with hard work. He adopted a personality, and what makes people's ire goes up? Money. When he was burning money, he became popular. He did it. He was a social media fighter. He did everything the right way. Mike Tyson did it with power and his Darth Vader-like personality. Sugar Ray Leonard did it with his pretty boy looks and his hand speed. He was also a pretty fighter that used to knock you out looking pretty. So was Muhammad Ali. So when you factor all those fighters in, they had a niche, and they found their niche, and they worked, and they was able to become pay-per-view stars. Now, Spence is a star, not a polarizing figure by any means. He's a star because why? His niche. He's lucky where he's at. He's in Texas. He's in Texas. Texas is one of the biggest states. Houston, Dallas. He has a brand, Dallas Cowboys. Very, very, very popular brand behind him. That was very smart to get Jerry Jones in the ring with him. Very smart. So he's a star. When you can do 250, 300 pay-per-views, then you've done your job. The boxing climate is different today. Canelo Alvarez is a star. Why? Because he has a built-in fan base. He has the Mexican fan base. He comes from a Mexican country that's starved with boxing, that has a great tradition. So he's a star. He's a manufactured star, but it doesn't matter. He's a star nonetheless. Like I said, you have to find your niche. If Terrence Crawford was from New York or Texas or Philadelphia, he would be a bigger star, but he's from Omaha, Nebraska. See the difference? That's the difference. That's the difference. Spence is from Texas. Texas has a great boxing tradition. Not only that, it's a great sports state. Football, basketball, but especially football. You know, you talk about food, like the culture of food and everything. Don't mess with Texas, the whole swagger. You know, that's what that is. That's why Spence is a star. Crawford is not a star because of where he's from. Bob Arum didn't do him any favor by talking down on him, and the pay-per-view numbers are going to be low because he's from Omaha, Nebraska. He doesn't have that polarizing personality or the fighters I mentioned. You know, so I just wanted to break down pay-per-view numbers and the fighters. Now, are we going to get another fighter in the realm of Mike Tyson or Sugar Ray Leonard? Yeah, I don't know when, because Floyd Mayweather is the last of the Mohicans. He's the last of the Mohicans. That's why he was very important. He was a social media fighter. He used social media to his advantage. Can you imagine if Muhammad Ali, where he would be today, a young Muhammad Ali? Muhammad Ali will break the internet. His quotes and what he stood for, the character of the man he was, absolutely. Absolutely. But pay-per-view is important because that star, once he become a pay-per-view star, he could put the sport in whole on Front Street. You can have a car and you can, feature that pay-per-view star. That's why he's important. See, that's why he's important. So pay-per-view numbers And having a star and boxing, it goes hand in hand. That's why the movies, excuse me, 1 second.
Mm-hmm.
Can you hear me, Blue?
I can hear you.
That's why movies like Rocky and boxing movies always done well, because boxing itself is a polarizing sport. It's a compelling sport. But once you throw a star in there, then it becomes much, much more than that. It becomes like, like Mike Tyson. Listen, when Mike Tyson fought, you had to order your pizza a day early because they sold out of pizza. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Because he was fighting. I say, hey, where's my pizza? We can't deliver. We're busy. Mike Tyson fight tonight. You're gonna have to order your pizza a day early. So when Mike Tyson fought on Saturday, I had to order my pizza on Friday to get it on Saturday. Mm-hmm. That's crazy. Muhammad Ali. Listen, Muhammad Ali was so big. He did a commercial, Decon, that's roach spray. Everybody in their house had the roach spray because of Muhammad Ali, advertised it. If you didn't have roaches, you showed your friend, look, Muhammad Ali, I got Decon roach spray sitting up in the closet or whatever. It's crazy. Mm-hmm. Muhammad Ali had a toy. He had a figure, an action figure. They used to pit Muhammad Ali against Superman, a fictional character, a superhero character. They had T-shirts with Muhammad Ali versus Superman. Muhammad Ali was the most popular athlete the world has ever seen. More popular than Michael Jordan. Who else? More popular than Babe Ruth. More popular than Pele. More popular than Babe Ruth. I mean, I said him already. Who else?
That's it.
Picking all of, yeah.
As far as athletes go.
He was the most recognizable face on the planet at one time. Ali was traveling. He freed hostages. He took people from legends.
Mm-hmm.
I'm bringing him up. I'm saying all this. What this had to do with pay-per-view? Because the sport we love, it was a boxer who did all that. And when you criticize boxing, okay, you like MMA. I watch it, a little bit. But MMA would never reach the heights of boxing. Never. You could clown boxing. You could talk about the cancellations and, all the shenanigans that go on. But this sport has produced some of the most polarizing figures on the planet Earth. That's why the movies are so popular. Rocky became popular because of boxing. That's why, the Rocky franchise.
Mm-hmm.
But there's different ways to become a pay-per-view star. Like I said, Canelo with the built-in Mexican fan base, Spence because he's in Texas. It's unfortunate that Terrence Crawford's in Omaha, Nebraska. Where are you from says a lot. Mm-hmm. Philadelphia is a boxing city. Look at all the popular fighters, Joe Frazier and Bernard Hopkins. Mike Tyson from New York, Hector Camacho, Riddick Bowe, very popular, from New York.
Mm-hmm.
And Errol Spence from Texas. And he had the Cowboys. That was very smart for him to fight Ocampo and Dallas Cowboys. He had the Cowboys behind him. Because it's a very, very valuable brand. The owner was even there. And Spence come out with the Cowboys gear. That was very smart. And Spence did everything right. He fought Leonard Bundle right after the Olympics. So you need a vehicle to propel you or catapult you to pay-per-view status, Blue.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I have to say.
And it goes like this, right? Borsway 357, brother in Super Chat. He said, Kurt, my 10th birthday party was a / Tyson fight party. Mike Tyson fight party.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
That's how big he is. And so my thing was this, right, Kurt, is that Errol Spence doesn't have the luxury. He's being, as far as like you said with the Olympics, with the Leonard Bundle fight, that was on his team to get him as much recognition as possible, right? But he didn't have a fight like right behind Muhammad Ali. The most polarizing figure in boxing today is Floyd Mayweather. And Floyd Mayweather put him on two of his pay-per-view cards, made him a co-main event, and then he fought him at a young age and talked him up and bigged him up. He directly passed that man the baton. He hadn't accomplished anything. He wasn't on pay-per-view. He wasn't a pay-per-view star. He wasn't a multi-division world champion. All he had was potential. That's it. He had the Shane Mosley fight, and he had the Austin Trout fight. That was it.
And then that's correct.
Mm-hmm.
That is correct.
Yep. And Floyd Mayweather said, this guy could be built as the next guy that could beat me. And so I'm gonna do it. And that was Oscar plan, that was Floyd plan. That's what they did. They built him as the next guy to beat Floyd Mayweather. Shane Mosley was already past it. Paul Carrick, brother in Super Chat, he says, salute, Blue, and it's always great to hear the historian. Yes, sir. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K, people. Yeah, get the likes to 1K. Smash the like button. And so that's my thing, right, Kurt? It's like, we forget that. His status, yes, he's a very good fighter, right? But his status, let's not act, he already had 43 fights by the time he fought Floyd Mayweather. And the two fights that were recognizable, Floyd Mayweather directed him to those fights. The Mosley fight and the Austin Trout fight. Remember, Kurt? He told him, fight Austin Trout. Fight Shane Mosley. And he fought Shane Mosley on the undercard. Remember?
I remember clearly.
Fight these dudes, and we'll work our way. So he gave him the blueprint to working his way to being this star. And winnable fights. And then he fought him.
Yeah. He thought, Floyd played the trick on him. Floyd was just waiting him out. And he said, I ain't going to be on your undercard if you don't guarantee me a fight. So Floyd said, we're going to fight. And then his manager said, we ain't going to fight you at 152. So Floyd and Leonard Bundle said, okay.
And Floyd said, I was going to fight him anyway.
He was going to fight him anyway. He was getting very impatient.
And Kurt, people don't remember that they had a verbal agreement in place 2 fights before they fought.
They was going to fight.
Anyway, that's why he got upset. Remember Canelo got upset? And he said,
right? Yep.
This dude is leading me on. He give me the runaround.
Yep.
He keep telling me he going to fight me, but he giving me the runaround. That's equivalent. If, let's say today's time, Errol Spence, or let's just use Canelo. Let's say Canelo tells Jaron Ennis right now, hey, come be my co-main event on my 2 of my pay-per-view card. Let's say he get ready to fight Caleb Plant, and he tells Jaron Ennis, you want to be my co-main event. Be my co-main event, and I'm eventually gonna fight you. And then again, be my co-main event, and then I'm gonna fight you. Imagine Jaron Ennis being Canelo Alvarez co-main event. And then Canelo Alvarez finally fights him. He's building him up.
And the reason, see, Canelo don't like Floyd because he felt that Floyd humiliated him and stuff. A lot of people can't take Floyd, but Floyd did him a favor. Even though he lost every round, he was on pay-per-view, one of the highest pay-per-views ever, in that fight. And speaking of Canelo, he wears Muhammad Ali T-shirts, and he has Muhammad Ali on his wall when he trains at. So that gives you, an inside look how popular Muhammad Ali still is.
Mm-hmm.
They still have the Muhammad Ali Trophy in England, the World Boxing Super Series.
Mm-hmm.
But it's different ways to be a pay-per-view star. Canelo was manufactured. Canelo was fighting for another promoter. And Oscar saw him because Oscar thought Victor Ortiz was going to be that guy.
Mm-hmm.
He thought he was going to be another Canelo before Canelo, but Ortiz didn't have it. He wasn't as good as Oscar thought.
Right.
And he started losing, so Oscar was looking for a star. Mm-hmm. So he sees Canelo. That's why Oscar had to pay Dancer production money because he stole Canelo from that promoter. And it turned out well for them.
Mm-hmm. Yep. People don't know. They deal with emotion. So they come here talking about, man, you guys don't like Canelo. Because y'all deal with emotion.
I'm a Canelo fan. I don't like the creating the 150-pound weight division, and he could have fought people as a junior middleweight instead of running and stuff. But I watch Canelo fight. Mm-hmm. I watch his fight. I'm a Canelo fan.
Mm-hmm. I am too, Kurt. But you know what happens? They emotional. When you tell the truth, they get emotional. Oh man, you don't like Canelo. Why? Because you want me to blindly like him? I can't see the obvious. It's just like Floyd Mayweather. I'm a Floyd Mayweather fan. I don't like Floyd Mayweather outside the ring and what he does outside the ring. I think he can help the community much more than what he does.
Mm-hmm.
But what he does in the ring and in the sport of boxing, it can't be denied.
See, I learned at an early age that the content of one's character ain't like Muhammad Ali.
Mm-hmm.
Muhammad Ali used to say, I can go to anybody's house and eat, and I can walk down the block, and before I get to the other end of the block, I won't be able to walk because there's going to be crowds. He used to say stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But these fighters ain't like him. Don't expect anybody to, you can't walk up to any fighters and ask for an autograph or talk to them. They're going to tell you, get away from me.
Mm-hmm. Jonathan Sims, brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on us in the super chat. He said, I got to smoke out one of your wrenches. At TDLLC says Errol Spence Jr. is the bigger pay-per-view star because his 2020 pay-per-views. I got $350 on Canelo versus Plant doing more than any pay-per-view Errol Spence has done. I'll cash app $350 now. Call him to the office. TDLLC, he calling you out. He calling you out. But first, before y'all do that, we got to make sure that fight come to fruition. Mike Wilson, brother in Super Chat. Much love, Blue Blood. Keep the content coming. Smash the like button. No doubt, great brother. Yeah, we're going to find out who's the biggest star. For sure. Come November 6th. And I don't want to hear nothing about nobody knew who Plant was and none of that. Smash the like button. We should be at 1.1K. Why are we not even at a K? Get the likes all the way up. Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in my house. Get the likes to 1K. We should be at 1.1K.
But the way the climate is, it's going to be a long time before we see another superstar in pay-per-view status. Because it's the climate.
Mm-hmm.
You're going to see 300,000 pay-per-views, 500,000 of a guy's real popular and he has a great opponent, or you're going to see 200 and 300,000 pay-per-views. That's the model.
Mm-hmm.
That's the model right there. That's the going rate.
Yep. Julian Lettismont in the super chat. Love your comments on Floyd and Canelo. Facts over feelings is legit. Facts. See, but they can't separate feelings from facts. They're emotionally tied to Canelo Alvarez, and most of them, you ask them, what's your background, and they're gonna tell you why they're emotionally tied to Canelo Alvarez. They ain't dealing with facts. They ain't even know who Canelo Alvarez was in his first 40 fights, his first 38 fights, right? His first 38 fights, they don't know who Canelo Alvarez fought. They don't know who Canelo Alvarez fought. Didn't know nothing about him his first 38. This dude had 38 fights, and you didn't know who he was. To his last couple, you know when he really came on the radar was when he fought Miguel Cotto brother, and when he fought what was the dude name? What's that dude name, Kurt?
Oh, Chavez.
No,
Oh,
early in his career, I think he's from New York.
New York.
Yeah.
Trying to think.
Oh man, what's his name? Let me look his name up. Cintron. Remember Kermit Cintron?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember. Yeah.
Yeah. That's when he really started to come on the scene. When he beat Miguel Cotto brother and Kermit Cintron. That Cintron fight was the first real record, that was the first real introduction to him for him on TV. That Kermit Cintron fight. Texas T346, what's going on? And then he started to fight the Josito Lopez and guys like that. And Matthew Hatton, right? These guys wasn't big guys, right? But that's when he started to make his introduction to the world. But by the time he fought Floyd Mayweather, he had 43 fights. He wasn't a popular fighter. They thought Kermit Cintron was going to be able to give him a tough fight because remember, Miguel Cotto brother had hurt him.
Right.
And Kermit Cintron had power, so they thought he was going to give him a tough fight. So it just is what it is. Yeah, Josito Lopez went up 2 weight classes. Amir Khan. See, people talking about little guys. What about Amir Khan? Amir Khan jumped from 147 to 154. They talking about Mikey Garcia jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Errol Spence. Well, Amir Khan jumped up 2 weight classes to fight Canelo Alvarez at 160. I'm sure there was many other fighters that he could have chose at 160, or at least from 154 than Amir Khan, who had been knocked out multiple times. Amir Khan had been knocked out multiple times. Already knocked out by Danny Garcia. Already knocked out by Brady Prescott. Already lost to Lamont Peterson. Mikey Garcia was undefeated. 37 wins, no losses, no draws when he fought Errol Spence Jr.
And plus, you got to throw in the fact, what did Canelo weigh in these fights?
Mm-hmm.
He had a distinct weight advantage.
Right. So we got to deal with facts over feelings here. And not to say I'm asking the question, who's the bigger star? Errol Spence or Mikey? I mean, Errol Spence or Canelo is going to show us. Because the fact that Errol Spence, Manny Pacquiao is a global superstar. He's a global superstar. Manny Pacquiao did 250,000 pay-per-views. There's no debate, Kurt. Canelo Alvarez is not a bigger star than Manny Pacquiao.
Mm-hmm.
Daniel Staley, brother in Super Chat, dropping that dub on us in the Super Chat. He says, salute, Blue Bud. Kurt, happy to hear you back in action, brother. Stay healthy, my man.
You too, my brother. Thanks a lot. I appreciate that.
Yeah, so
I appreciate that.
Is Canelo Alvarez a bigger star than Manny Pacquiao, Kurt?
Oh, no. Manny's iconic. Manny's on a whole another level. Manny's on a whole nother level. Like I said, Canelo has a built-in Mexican fan base, but see, what they doing here is the Canelo fan base, that is his staunchest supporters, they want him to be a face of boxing. The Mexican fighters always been good fighters. great fighters, but they want their fighter to be the supreme fighter in the ring and out the ring. That's what they want. I know that. That's what they want. I see the way it was going. I talk to Canelo fans all the time. That's what they want. It comes down to always overlapping the American athlete, no matter what sport it is. That's what it's about. And they want him to be the guy. He's the star. The Mayweather fight didn't happen. He was young. What else? So they use it, or he was weight trained. So in their mind, they can erase that fight and say, we're going to start over.
Right.
And we beat everybody.
Right. Right. Now, Kurt, there's talks down that, did you hear what happened initially with Oscar Valdez?
Yes.
So now they're saying that it was herbal tea. His team said it was herbal tea that caused it. And then now they're coming out and they're saying it wasn't, they made a mistake. What do you think about that? And smash the like button, people. Get the likes up to 1K. Smash the like button. We should be at 1.1K. Get the likes to 1.1K. Smash the like button. Pool counter boss, what's going on? Wipe your feet before you come inside. Ring my doorbell before you walk in the house. Get the likes to 1.1K. Keith Marcel, brother in the simple chat. Much love to you, great brother. Appreciate you. Yeah, Kurt. So now they're saying that it was herbal tea. They're saying that it was it wasn't a diuretic. They made a mistake. What do you think about this whole situation?
Well, I saw the video, and I would like to read more into it. What kind of drug it tested for? Now they're saying it's herbal tea. I have to call my source and see what he has, and I can tell you more about it. But Oscar Valdez doesn't strike me as a guy who would use something like that. But you never know with these fighters. Once they get on a high level, they do anything to stay on top. So I have to look more into what's going on in that situation with Oscar Valdez.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so initially they came out and said it was a banned substance. Either which way, they're saying it's a banned substance. But it's just I don't understand it, man. How do you side make a mistake? This is all
they're gonna make excuses. They're gonna try to save face now. They're gonna say it was herbal tea, it was this, it was that. We don't know because we're not there. But I want to know more information. He's WBC champion, right?
Yeah.
Well, they're gonna try to save face now.
Mm-hmm. And my thing is this, right? Let's say he's innocent. My thing is how do they make that mistake though? Either which way. How do you make that mistake? Like, this is all you do. So let's say he's innocent, right? How do you make the mistake of saying he tested positive for a banned substance? How could you make that mistake? This is his legacy. This is his livelihood. Like, this is his name, his brand. You can't make that type of mistake. How do you make that mistake?
Yeah. Well, the WBC is going to protect him. Now it's going to be, we made a mistake, it was herbal tea or some kind of drink or watch. That's what's going to happen next. They're going to protect him.
Yeah, it's amazing, man. It's amazing because it's like, man, you can't have that. You can't make that mistake, man.
That thing, he's a, Mexican fighter, WBC. We see what happened with the WBA champion. What's that guy? WBA fighter. What's his name? That got in a few minutes.
Smash the like button, people. Get the likes all the way up. We should be at 1.1K. Smash the like button. Who you was talking about, Kurt?
I'm sorry, that was nerves.
No problem.
I get ready. I'm going to stay on for 2 more minutes. I got to do some things.
Okay.
But the WBA, what's the fighter Fox? He fought the WBA.
Oh yeah, Michael Fox.
Yeah, I forgot the guy who fought. They protected him.
Maestro.
Yeah, thanks, Lou. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
Maestro. You see what happened with the judge, and he was based in Venezuela, and WBA based in Venezuela. So, but that's all boxing is. And, Mexican being a WBC based headquarters, they got to protect Valdez like they did Canelo.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, Canelo is a drug cheat. You can't forget that.
Mm-hmm.
He's a drug cheat.
Mm-hmm.
And you wouldn't think he didn't cheat at all. Let Floyd do that.
Mm-hmm.
They were trying to get Floyd with the IV.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Marky Dan 123 brother in super chat. Salute. Just got off work. What happened to Valdez? Well, they saying he tested positive for a banned substance, but now that was earlier in the day. Now they're saying that it was herbal tea, or Michael James 616. What's going on? It was herbal tea. It was Jose Villanueva. What's going on, great brother? So either they made a mistake or it was herbal tea. Like, I don't understand. The system should identify if it's tea or poppy seed or anything like that. You see what I'm saying, Kurt? Like, the system should automatically be able to identify and say, oh well, this is just this is that. There should be no mistakes made. None. At all whatsoever. Zero. There should never be these mistakes, because at the end of the day, if they make a mistake, it's still his name. It's still his name.
Absolutely. But before I go, because the nurse is going to come in here.
Okay.
Before I go, who's the biggest star? It's complicated because Canelo doesn't fight on pay-per-view. Now, he'll be fighting plenty on pay-per-view. So we're going to see if he was fighting on his own, and Spence is building his brand. Now, it's unfortunate Spence had the accident, because this fight would have meant a lot to him knocking out Pacquiao, because that's what would have happened. The pay-per-view numbers would have been very good, and it would have looked good on his ledger. So, unfortunately, the fight didn't happen, so maybe we can get Spence Crawford, but Spence has opponents. And like I said, the model is 200, 300,000 pay-per-view. But Spence is in a good place because of where he's from. He's from Texas. And they're going to support him. He could fight at Dallas Stadium. He's always going to draw there. He's in a good spot, man.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And that's what I said. Imagine if it did 250,000 with Ugas, I'm figuring it would have did 500,000 pay-per-view buys with Errol Spence.
Absolutely. You could stick Earl, all his fights could be in Texas because he's a silent fighter, and it would do well. You could put Spencer Ugas in Texas, Spencer Crawford. They'd probably go to Vegas, T-Mobile, but you could stick anybody in to fight Spence. But Spencer Pacquiao would have did very well.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That's what
but it unfortunately didn't happen.
Yeah, I think it would have did 500,000 pay-per-view buys.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Look, I was shocked that Spence and Porter did 325. Those are good numbers, man.
Mm-hmm.
And you put it in what was it? The Staples Center, right?
Yep, Staples Center in LA.
And you put it in the Staples Center, with mostly Mexican. Blacks are moving out of California. It wasn't in Atlanta. It wasn't in New York. It wasn't in Las Vegas.
And it wasn't. It wasn't in Texas. It wasn't in Ohio.
Yeah, I said, why are they putting that fight in Las Vegas? I mean, Los Angeles. They want this fight to bomb because I thought they would get booed when the fight started, like Trout and Charlo. They put in Los Angeles, and when the bell went ding, round one, boom.
Mm-hmm.
Remember that?
Yep. And that's
but it was a draw.
Yep. African Pride was going on, and that's the thing, right, Kurt? That's not Errol Spence's backyard, and the Staples Center was sold out, Kurt.
It did very well. I was very surprised. The fight was great. The ticket sales was great. Pay-per-view was very, very good. You know, I mean, like the Fury and Wilder did 800,000 pay-per-views. Very good.
Mm-hmm.
Excellent numbers.
And remember, Kurt, how many people illegally streamed it?
Exactly. Millions upon millions.
10 million?
I was looking at the Star Report, man. He had so many people in the room streaming a fight.
Mm-hmm.
He had like about 50,000 people on the stream, man.
Yep. They streamed the fight. I think they said it was 10 million illegal streams they caught. Imagine that's the ones they caught. 10 million? That's ridiculous.
It is. Well, Blue, I gotta jump off, man. People coming in the room now.
Okay, OG.
Chat. I'll tell you my situation tomorrow. On tomorrow's show, I'm going through a lot. You know, I'll tell you my situation, you know, when I'm on the channel. But Blue, great show, man. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for your patience. Family, the chat, aka the family. Everybody has a blessed night, man. My name is Kurt Sugar, and I'll talk to y'all tomorrow.
Later, historian.
All right.
Appreciate
Peace.
it. That's the historian, my peoples. So get the likes up to 1K, man. We should have 1K likes already. Klotz, what's going on? We should have the lights up to 1K. Sports got 17. What's going on? 10 million worldwide. That's correct. Yeah, that's unbelievable. That's unbelievable, man. Yeah, get the likes up, man. We should be well over 1.1K, man. Smash the like button. Participate. Don't just moonlight. Jump in. Participate. Frankie C31, what's going on, great brother? Pool counter boxing, what's going on? Don't time out battle rifle, man. Why y'all timing out battle rifle, man? Smash the like button, people. Why y'all timing out battle rifle, man? Claus Lucimi, respond to more comments, bro. I'll respond to every comment, but I don't interrupt Kurt while he's talking. Sports Guy 17, brother in super chat. He said, "What's good, Blue? What's good with you, great brother?" Tony Franklin, what's going on? Quattro Loso, Volts UK, what's going on? 700 million lost in revenue. Wow, that's enormous, man. Brian Corby, what's going on? Where you been at? Alejandro Villamil, what's going on? That's enormous, man. Get more shashes. What's shashes? Carlos Holguin, my brother, what's going on? Yeah, we're going to find out what's going on with him. But that's my thing, right? Let's say they made a mistake with him, right? With Oscar Valdez. Shawnee Harris, what's going on? Let's say they made a mistake. That's not a good thing. If they make mistakes, then how can people trust them with their careers? The people if they can make a mistake in the wrong direction, they can make a mistake in the right direction. What I mean by that is, if they can make a mistake and say that somebody tested positive for something that they didn't do, Victor Griffin, what's going on? Then that means they could miss somebody that actually did do something. Y'all ain't hear me. Diacona, what's going on? Right? If they can make a mistake with somebody that didn't do something, then they can make a mistake with somebody that did do something and overlook somebody that did do something. So then, if you're a fighter, how could you be confident in this format? How? Because Oscar Valdez, if he didn't do anything, he don't deserve that. Right. They just tarnished this man's legacy in one day. M. Barry Sr., Reese Braw, Anthony Lumar, what's going on? C99, that's what I'm saying. He's never gonna be able to get rid of this stench. This stain is going to be there forever because people just going, some going to say, well, they covered it up. Some people going to say, well, it's the truth. Troy Franklin, how I say your name wrong? He said, Troy Franklin said, I said his name wrong. Oh, I said Tony? Sorry, great brother. Sorry, great brother. My fault, Troy. Smash that like button. May 4th, what's going on? Get the likes all the way up. We should be at 1.1K. Smash the like button, man. So my thing is this, right? How could this brother live that down? A brand new funk, what's going on? How could he live that down? That's unfortunate for his career. This dude don't deserve that. He don't deserve that. This is a dude, he worked hard. He in the gym, he grinding. And then they just place this jacket on him. And meanwhile, he ain't do nothing wrong. He ain't do nothing wrong. FSU, what's going on? He ain't do nothing wrong. You put that jacket on him? Come on, man. Come on, man. You can't do that. Because now, Shawnee Harris, what's going on? Because now you make me question when you say a guy didn't do nothing. If you could put that jacket on a guy that did something, then now you're making me question if a guy didn't do something or did do something. Like, how do we know? Black Bruce Wayne Jr., what's going on? Come on, man. Lester Duvall, Jeremy 2684, what's going on? Art Espinoza, what's going on? Who reads ingredients on their drink? That's what I'm saying. M. Barry, what's going on? That's what I'm saying, right? Bro, it's just too much. Like this, bro. So you telling me they gotta be, that's not, you're not living. If they gotta be like, man, what's that? What's this? With everything they have and everything they drink, come on, man. They can't eat a bagel without being like, man, is this poppy seed bagel? Or come on, man. Come on, man. Alexis Martinez, what's going on? That ain't cool. GF Hipster, my brother in the super chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Ain't been here in a while. What up, Blue? Where you been at, great brother? How you feeling? How's everything? Smash the like button, man. Frankie Shawns, what's going on? Smash the like button. Get the likes all the way up. Jackie Santiago. Jack Santiago. I said Jackie. Jack Santiago, what's going on? Roy Boy Florida, my brother, what's going on? Come on, man. You can't place that jacket on this young fighter. Said he said, what's going on? He said, I'm literally drinking the same water right now. Luis Rivera, what's going on? Man, you can't place that jacket on this young fighter, man. Why GF Hipster was timed out, man? Who timed out GF Hipster, man? What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing? And not Israel, you just timed out GF Hipster. That's family, brother. Reese Peterson, what's going on? What are we doing? And I just literally was getting ready to wrench him up. And you just timed him out, bro. Smash the like button. Get the likes to 1K, man. Get the likes all the way up, man. Darryl Bedingfield, what's going on, great brother? Ron Mitchell, what's going on? Marky Dan 123, brother in super chat. He said, say it with me. Lawsuit. Yeah, man. They gonna have to. Man, if this dude, Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford ain't gonna have it no time soon. Bivol versus Zordo. I think Dimitri Bivol is more skilled than Zordo, man. LaMarcus Robinson, what's going on? Blue, how long will it take for Shakur to get his shine? He gonna start getting it right now after this Jamel Herring fight. Long as he victorious. Anthony 626. What's going on? Oh man, he's okay. He said my bad, Blue. I was at work, my phone in my pocket. Okay. Prediction for who? Klaus Lucimi. Did I say your name right? Is that an N? Lucerne. Lucerne. Prediction for who? I think Shakur Stevens is gonna beat Jamel Herring. Good fight though. So Blue, but how can Errol be bigger superstar if he never put up 1 million pay-per-view buys? Boy, oh boy, man. Texas Elite, brother. What's going on, great brother? I can't, man. Y'all just missed the whole point. DZ Mitchell, what's going on? Can't, man. Michael James 616, what's going on? Aya Quikumba. Peace and blessings, Queen. How you doing today? Oh, but it's a queen or oh, it's a great brother. Pardon me, great brother. Blue, you in your car? Yeah, I'm in my car. Anthony Jacobs, what's going on? Yeah, because I started late, Jalen. Sterling Patterson, what's going on? Coach Show Drive Race Ball, what's going on? Claus Lucerne, you asked for a prediction of who, though? Prediction of Shakur Stevenson versus Herring or Errol Spence and Terrence Crawford? Chef Dre Bug, what's going on? Chef Dre Bug, let me rent you up. Prediction for who? Tell me who. Prediction for who? Shakur Stevenson and Jamel Herring or Terrence Crawford, Errol Spence? Timothy Dorsey, what's going on? No doubt, Chef Dre Bug. Alejandro, what do you think about Boots' next fight? I think it's versus Delorme. I like that fight. I think in his experienced fight, he's going to beat Delorme, though. Joshua Wright, what's going on? My point is this. This is my point. Just listen to the point. It's not this hard. Listen to the point. Yes, Canelo Alvarez has done Errol Spence, Terrence Crawford. That's who you want a prediction. I think that Errol Spence is going to edge it out. It's a 50-50 fight. I'm going with Errol Spence because he's just been fighting a more higher profile, tougher opponent. So steel sharpens steel. So that's why I'm going with Errol Spence. But it's a 50-50 fight. It's the biggest fight in boxing because it's 50-50 fight because I could see Terrence Crawford winning the fight as well. So because you can see Terrence Crawford winning and I can see Errol Spence winning, I'm picking Errol Spence to win. So, you know, and that's because Errol Spence has shown that he can be versatile. He's shown that, you know, he's fighting a higher level opposition. So that counts for something. So that's why I'm saying Errol Spence. But it's a 50-50 fight. I don't believe it's going to be a knockout. I don't believe it's going to be you know, any of that. I think it's going to be a split decision for Errol Spence. That's what I think. Robert Jaramello, my brother in the super chat, dropping that dub on your boy Blue in the super chat. Salute, respect, Blue, great channel. Any update on Keith Thurman? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Look at the ice cream truck. I want y'all to see the ice cream truck right here. Look at the ice cream. Where is he doing? What is he doing out here? It's 10 o'clock at night. There's nobody up and down these streets. There's nobody outside. I told y'all. It's 10 o'clock. Ain't nobody out here. Jalen said go order ice cream, see if he have any. I told you, ain't. Come on, man. Come on, man. Bro, it's 10 o'clock at night. Ice cream truck is for kids, man. Nah, GF Hipster, I just wrenched you up. You're not blocked. I just gave you a wrench. Kieran, Alexis, what's going on, great brother? Where you been at? Yeah, man, come on, man. Fly High 89, my brother in Super Chat, he said, Blue, what's your take on Jake Paul announcing retirement? Hey, man, that was like, bro. I think I'm gonna be honest with you, Fly High 89. Marky Dan 123, my brother in Super Chat, he said that man got something in the truck. Yeah, man, it's something, man. That ain't right. Sports Guy 17, brother in Super Chat, that dude's selling more than ice cream. Laughing my butt. Yeah. Come on, bro. It's 10 o'clock. I told y'all it be raining 10 o'clock at night. He still be coming through. So anyway, I think Jake Paul might have gotten awakening. I think Jake Paul might have got an awakening. Paul might have said, hey, man, if this is Tyron Woodley, who is a UFC fighter, and he came this close, Steve Cooley, what's going on? Imagine if I fight an actual boxer. He might have, had an epiphany and said to himself, hey, man, Tyron Woodley is not a boxer. And he came close. So maybe I need to get out while I can before I get in there with a real boxer. Because people is demanding a lot of Jake Paul. GF Hipster, my brother in Super Chat, dropping that half a dub on your boy Blue in the Super Chat. To answer your question, I've been focused on my goal to become a pilot. Oh, man, that's great news, great brother. That's great news. Emmanuel H., my brother in the Super Chat, he said, nah, that ain't the ice cream man. That's the tree man trying to not to look suspect in worst way possible, driving an ice cream truck at 9 p.m. And it's 10 o'clock at night here, great brother. It's 10 o'clock, Emmanuel. So GF Hipster, where you, man, how do you get into that, man, being a pilot, man? It's 10 o'clock at night, man. Come on, man. Come on. 10 o'clock at night. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes all the way up, people. Smash the like button. Do you think Tyson Fury? Yeah, I think he had an unfair advantage. That's what I'll say. He said I work on flight simulators. Man, that's great, man. That's great, man. So you gonna fly like for Delta, like that? Israel Gomez, I don't watch UFC like that. I know who Israel. I know who Usman is, but I don't know who Covington is. Shy Focus, what's going on? I don't know who Covington is. I'm gonna be honest with you. I know who Usman is, but I don't know who Covington is. Oh, he just got picked up by Southwest? Man, that's cool, man. Carl So Green, he said he's not retiring. It's part of him selling it. I could see that. Yeah, he's feeling himself. He's starting to talk like he's Floyd Mayweather or one of these bosses. Man, I just need some time to rest. Sports Guy 17, my brother in Super Chat, Jenk ain't retiring. He's going to get that mega fight. Yeah, he already talking like, man, I need some time to rest, think, man, I've been in training camp like a boxer, you know what I mean? A man said, oh, that's right, I forgot you an hour. Yeah, it's 10 o'clock, bro. What are we doing out here? I like Conor Ben, man. Oh, when is that fight? That's on Saturday, right? Conor Ben and Adrian Granados, that's on Saturday, right? Smash the like button. Get the likes up, man. Oh, Colby Covington? I heard his name, but I don't know. I'm not familiar with him. My nephew watches UFC all the time, so that's how I don't know why. I don't know. Man, I stopped being in the UFC when Anderson Silva got injured. Get the likes to 1K. Get the likes to 1K. Smash the like button. Yeah, I don't know who that is, man. I'm going to be honest. Greg Cueto. Yeah, they parted ways with Cam Newton. Usman beat him already, and they fighting again. They fighting already. What's your thoughts on the zone tripling their sub fees? I heard about that. I couldn't tell you, man. Blue on the Patreon channel. No, you don't have to hit the like button over there. Not over there. Marky Dan 123, my brother in Super Chat. Commenting is that troll who was repping Usman knocked him out, but that was epic fight and there was bad blood. Can't wait for the rematch. Yeah, I'll see it. When is it? This Saturday? And my nephew's gonna watch it. King Jaffe Jofo, what's going on? King Jaffe Jofo, just going. You ain't missing out on knowing Covington. Okay. Yeah, my son is gonna. My nephew is probably gonna watch it, and he watch it. Then I ain't got no choice but to see it because he gonna be watching it. I think Canelo beats David Benavidez, SK level. Think he outbosses him. Aya Quikumba, brother in the Super Chat, much love to you. My brother Act Reacher in the building, Jab Jamboree. What's going on with your Act? Go subscribe to my brother, Jab Jamboree, my brother Act Reacher. Reach, drop the link in the chat. Blue YouTube, the first fight. Yeah, I'm going to check it out. No, Jalen, you don't have to hit the like button on Patreon. No, I'm getting ready to drop a video on Patreon probably tonight or tomorrow. So I need everybody to go subscribe to the Patreon. It's Blue Blood Real TV. Blue Blood Real TV. I'm going to do streams on there and everything. So Blue Blood Real TV. I think that Canelo Alvarez beat David Benavidez because David Benavidez doesn't have defense. Joshua Wright, what's going on? Do you think Tyson Fury? Bro, I already said yeah. How many times you guys ask me the same question? I said yeah. I said he had an unfair advantage. That's it. Oh yeah, I think do I think David Benavidez could beat Canelo? I think he can, but I don't think he will. I think Canelo will beat him because he just lacks defense. Canelo puts punches together very well. Canelo is very accurate. He gets hit a lot. Canelo's going to hit him a lot. I don't think he's going to be as aggressive as Canelo start hitting him with big, clean punches to just walk through those punches. So, he's big, he's strong, he's fast. So, that could be an issue for Canelo Alvarez. But the combinations that Canelo Alvarez puts together, Canelo Alvarez's ring IQ, his hand speed, and David Benavidez gets hit a lot, that could be a problem for David Benavidez. Daniel Guzman, what's going on? How do I think Canelo will do against Beterbiev? I think he beats Beterbiev as well. Same situation. Kevin Munnins, what's going on? I don't think Beterbiev have the hand speed. I don't think Beterbiev had the defense. I think he beats him. Blue, you thought Pac was going to beat Ugas. Yeah, I mean, Lester Wall, if this was Manny Pacquiao that we know of, the one that fought Keith Thurman, he beats Ugas. Canelo beats Artur Beef. What's the best fighting weight for Benavidez? I think it's 175. 168, he's doing it because it's a skill. So he could get down to 168. But I think his punch resistance, his power will be even better at 75. What about Charlo, Canelo? I think Canelo Alvarez beat Jamal Charlo as well. I think the guy that has the biggest opportunity to beat Canelo is Caleb Plant because of his style. Jamal Charlo is flat-footed. When I seen from him in his last fight against Montiel, man, if that was Canelo Alvarez, he might have stopped. And Canelo goes to the body very well. He hides those hooks to the body very well. Emmanuel H, my brother, back in the super chat. Just know Usman beats the brakes off of Covington Soft. Go to YouTube that after the live Blue. Usman the Truth, UFC. Yes, sir. Tune, what's going on? I'm familiar with Usman. I'm not familiar with Covington. Roosevelt Ivory, I think Andre would embarrass Canelo. I don't think so. I used to think that years ago, not no more. Not no more. After what I saw, I don't think Beaver could beat Canelo either. My guy Eminem Smoke, what's going on? I'm being honest. The only guy I think that has the biggest chance to beat him right now is Caleb Plant because of his style. Because of his style. That's it. The basketball channel, we're gonna do it. I gotta hit up my brother Emmanuel HC when we want to do a show. Am I a big fan of Broner? Yeah. We got to do the channel is ready to go. So now we just got to do shows. Stephen Taylor, what's going on? My time has just been limited, but we're gonna get it done. I need y'all to go subscribe. Let's get that channel up to over 2K. Go subscribe to Triple B. Tomorrow I have the link. I'll put the link in the chat tomorrow. Appreciate you, Roosevelt Ivy. Tomorrow I have the link. I'll have the link in the chat tomorrow. For the Patreon and for the basketball channel. Both are up and running. But the Patreon's Blue Blood Real TV. Go subscribe to the Patreon, Blue Blood Real TV. Let me know if y'all want me to do a live stream over there. It's uncut, unraw over there. OG Sean the Don, what's going on? It's raw and uncut over there. So if y'all want me to do a live stream over there, let me know. Muhammad Islam, what's going on? Marky Dan 123, my brother in Super Chat. I might not like Covington, but that boy can fight. Yeah, I don't know who he is. Yeah, Jalen, it's raw and uncut over there. I'm not. No, there's no filter over there. Yeah, you do download the app. It's a Patreon. You go over there, download the app, and follow me on the Patreon. Let me know. I got some stories to tell, some real life stuff. Yeah. Blue, had you interviewed Anthony Joshua twice? Who's the biggest star, Broner or Spence? Good question. That's a good question. I think Adrian Broner is a bigger household name. Dr. Pablo Slab, what's going on? As far as revenue and selling power, I think Spence is right now. But as far as just being a household name like Manny Pacquiao, Adrian Broner is a bigger name. Michael James 16, Blue with no filter like he was at the airport. Yeah, bro, I'm not. Uh, uh, uh. Hey, you go to Patreon. I'm gonna give y'all some backstory, some real stories, man. Y'all gonna be entertained over there. Believe me. Y'all gonna come back here and be like, thank you. Stephen Taylor, what's going on? The merch, I gotta get my daughter. It's gonna come soon. I know I keep telling y'all that, but it's gonna come soon. And I gotta get what? Oh man, I can't remember the great brother's name, man. LV Slugger, my brother in Super Chat. I think Benavidez can move to 175 and be undisputed. Yeah, he could move to 175. Anthony 626, what's going on? He built up that persona, yeah. Why do you think Jamel and Jamal are not household names? Because they don't market themselves well enough. Is Gervonta Davis a bigger name than Adrian Broner? No. They don't market themselves big enough. They don't market themselves white. Everybody, they taking a blueprint from Floyd Mayweather and they're doing it wrong. What made Broner lose those fights? I think he lost interest in the sport of boxing after he lost. Benavidez versus Benavidez, good fight. That's a good fight. That's a good fight, man. But again, Dave Benavidez get hit a lot, man. I don't know if he could take them punches from them. I think I have to go with Benavidez, man. I can't see him taking those punches from Canelo and Benavidez, man. I just can't. All night, I can't see that. All night long, it's a lot, man. Smash the like button, man. Get the likes to. I'm about to end this stream. I'm tired of actually telling y'all to smash the like button. We about to get out of here now. I can't do it. It's getting annoying now. It's getting annoying now. 15 away from 1,000 likes. We should have been past 1,000 likes. We should have been at well over a 1.1K. Easy. We should have been past it. That don't make no sense, man. It's free. It don't cost a thing. It's free. Oscar Valdez, they say tested positive for a banned substance. But then now they're saying this. I don't know. I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to answer a few more questions. D-Wall says, what's going on? I'm going to answer a few more questions, then we're getting out of here. So what y'all got for me? And go subscribe to the Patreon, Blue Blood Live TV. Instead of Blue Blood Sports TV, it's Blue Blood Live TV. Spaces. Blue Blood, it's all caps. Y'all know I put everything in caps. Blue Blood Live TV. Instead of Blue Blood Sports TV, Blue Blood Real TV. I said Live TV. Blue Blood Real TV on Patreon. Excuse me. Pardon me, y'all. I've been saying live. It's real. Blue Blood Real TV. Herbert Johnson, what's going on? Do you think AB will let his hands go against who? Conor Ben? I don't think so. Conor Ben is too aggressive. I think Adrian Broner is just too complacent, man. Brian Payne, brother in Super Chat, what we'll have to do to see the best fighting the best in the sport of boxing? We gotta continue to be real. We gotta be honest and we gotta be real. We gotta remove emotion, deal with truth, be honest and be real. If we deal with emotion, just because you're emotionally attached to one fighter and you like one fighter, so you come and you be like, man, this is my favorite fighter, so he can't do no wrong. Well, guess what? The basketball channel, Eric O, is going to be Tribble B hoops. Tribble B with hoops with 3 B's. It's like triple, but it's gonna be tribble. BBBL. BBBLE. Tribble space B hoops. Tribble B hoops. Oh, you're going to watch the De La Hoya fight? Yeah, when is it? I don't even remember when it is. When is the De La Hoya fight? Why the zone don't make Triple G? Because Triple G, they cater to him. So, see, the problem is this, right? With Triple G, tomorrow I'll have the link for all the channels when I'm on my laptop, so I'll put the link in the chat. The problem is, with fans, we too emotionally attached to fighters, so we don't tell the truth. So because we so emotionally attached to fighters, right? We don't tell the truth. We don't give out the truth when we know the truth, right? It's just like people say, man, man, get the likes to 1.1K, man. People, oh, Manny Pacquiao better than Floyd Mayweather. In what world? You could be a fan of Manny Pacquiao, but in what world is he better than Floyd Mayweather? How? What are you talking about? Man, Manny Pacquiao better than Floyd Mayweather. And when you have people like Max Kellerman saying that Manny Pacquiao is better than Sugar Ray Robinson. What? Gilbert Vargas, what's going on? My top 5 favorite boxers of all time: Juan Manuel Marquez, Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, and Floyd Mayweather, Sugar Ray Leonard, Pernell Whitaker, Juan Manuel Marquez, and between Larry Holmes and Roy Jones. Why y'all time out Gilbert Vargas? Why y'all time out Gilbert Vargas? What did he say? He just asked me a question. Don't time out Gilbert Vargas. Why y'all time him out? He just asked me a question. Who was my favorite fighter? Why y'all time him out? Why y'all time out Gilbert Vargas? The brother just asked me a question. Stop timing people out. American Patriot 1776. What's going on, great brother? Stop timing people out, people. Come on. The brother just asking me who's my favorite 5 boxers, and he gets timed out? Come on, man. What are we doing here? What are we doing here? Don't time out the brother, man. King Third Eye Supreme, what's going on? What about Tyson? Oh, Mike Tyson? I'm a fan of Mike Tyson, but he's not one of my favorite fighters of all time. I'm a fan of Mike Tyson, but he's not one of my favorite fighters of all time. My all-time favorite, he's not. There's Floyd Mayweather, Juan Manuel Marquez, Sugar Ray Leonard. You could say, I don't know, Pernell Whitaker. Those are my 4 favorites. Then is Roy Jones, Larry Holmes, 5 and 6. Those dudes I could go back and watch over and over and over and over and over again. Daryl Benningfield, he said, did you hear what Victor Conte said? I didn't hear what he said. What did he say? Sweet Science, as you can see in my favorite fighters. I like counter punches. Sugar Ray Leonard, Floyd Mayweather, Juan Manuel Marquez. K. Ross, what's going on? I like the Sweet Science. I like counter punches. I like technical fighters. That's my favorite. Rex Wild, what's going on? I think Canelo's a bigger with his background as his Spence is. However, Alvarez is far and away more popular. I could rewatch Floyd fights. I could rewatch Marquez fights. I could rewatch Pernell Whitaker fights. I could rewatch Larry Holmes fights, Roy Jones fights, Sugar Ray Leonard fights. I rewatch Sugar Ray Leonard fights more than anybody. Guy came, what's going on? I rewatch Sugar Ray Leonard fights more than anybody. Oh, Shane Mosley was great. I rewatch Sugar Ray Leonard more than I could rewatch anybody. I'll rewatch Sugar Ray Leonard. Larry Holmes, perfect jab. So let me get out of here, man. I appreciate y'all coming through. I'm going to eat, man. Much love to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Let me go eat, man. Tomorrow we'll be back on. And I'll have different formats, so we'll make it happen. But salute to each and every one of y'all. Appreciate y'all 1000% coming through, showing your boy Blue love. Studding up. That's love. I appreciate y'all, man. We'll be back on tomorrow. At 6 p.m. Tomorrow, 6 p.m., we'll be back on. Yeah, Triple B Hoops. I'll have the link for the chat. I'll have the links for the Patreon and the basketball channel. Appreciate y'all. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Hate, like, comment, and subscribe. You haven't subscribed, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, hit the bell icon to get all the new notification. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. Shout out to the entire LDBC. Shout out to New Media. Shout out to Black Media Row. Make sure you like and share these videos. That's all I got for y'all. Peace.